Coach of the Dallas Cowboys here on the Dallas Cowboys postgame show, brought to you by Pepsi, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The postgame show also brought to you by the Salvation Army, doing the most good. All right, a lot to unpack here in the Cowboys' first win of the 2021 season. They win 20-17 on a 56-yard field goal, game-winning field goal by Greg Zuerlein. He was the GOAT last week. That used to be a bad thing when you said that about somebody. Means you're the reason for the failures. This week, though, he is the GOAT, the greatest of all time, for the Cowboys this week as he knocks through the game winner. All right, we'll unpack all of it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You're listening to the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network.
No doubt, man. Really appreciate everybody that's tuning in. I'm still building the plane while I was in the air. Shout out to everybody that watched the actual game play-by-play that I presented earlier. We got some refreshments here now. We're just going to sit back and chill while you guys are in the lobby area. Just bear with me while I'm building this plane up. And we're going to get right to it, Cowboy Nation. For those who don't know, the Cowboys won, by the way, against the L.A. Chargers. Was it the best game ever? No. It was a sweet game, but we came out victorious. It was a struggle. It was one of those situations where we had to look back at it and say, okay, all right, a win is a win is a win. You got to take this win and then build upon that. But you got to start somehow. You just can't just figure this thing out and say, all right, we're gonna slack the days of this thing out. No. You build off of every single victory. You look back and say, okay, we did this wrong, we did that wrong. The touchdown situation when we was in the red zone was terrible. That's just how it goes, Cowboy Nation. So now we got to sit back and look at the NFC East and see where we stand at. Keep in mind, the Super Bowl is not won in September. It's not. It's absolutely not. It's a situation and scenario where you can look back at this thing and say, all right, cool. You can build momentum. And remember, I said this before. I said I want the defense to peak and, right around November-ish, December-ish. But it seems as if, though, this game, the second week heading into the 2021 season, the defense bailed us out. And if I was to do like a running tally of which side was better as far as the offense versus the defense, I would tell you, man, the defense at least gave us the ball back so that we can help out the situation of us not punching it in when we get into the red zone. We going to have to figure this red zone out, man. We definitely going to have to figure this red zone situation out. We can't just be sitting here looking at this thing and say, all right, cool, we happy, we satisfied. We can eat our oodles and noodles and be happy with this. No. We want creme de la creme. We want steaks. We want lobsters. We want that good stuff, right, Cowboy Nation? But at the end of the day,
are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
That's what I like right there. Come on. Still setting up, though. Appreciate everybody, man. Appreciate you. If you're new to this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, share this content. Let's get this thing. 2 interceptions. Could have been 3, though, Mike Meticulous. We should have had 3 of them. They kind of flag whooped us on that PI. And then on the opposite end, they didn't call it on the young rook. And you would think that Cooper would at least get some respect out of the NFL. But shout out to Asante, man. God dog, man. Every time I look at the film, I'm sitting here like, man, come on, man. And the only reason why I can't be ultra mad about everything is because I'm waiting for a boss man, I'm waiting for boss man to kick on in, I am, though, man. I am waiting for boss man to kick on in. But at the end of the day, we looking at this thing now like, come on, man. It looked like they got them a real one, man. He picked off a ball. He had some good tackles in the open field. And, man, it's just one of those things where I'm sitting here like, hey, Curse played well, too. Yeah, he did, man. Curse played well, extremely well. Curse played extremely well. We didn't – look, put it like this, Cowboy Nation. Curse played well enough for us to not even think about – we can't even remember who was our strong safety from last year. That's how good he played, right? Darian Thompson, right? And then on top of that, the other safety. 2 safeties made some plays like – it's been forever in a day where we seen 2 safeties on the same day make a play. Like, come on, man. And then, somebody said 6 turnovers in 2 weeks. Man, that's silly, ain't it? That's silly. That's silly good stuff, man. It is, man. And so I'm excited for that. I can't hold nobody, feet against the fire for being mad that we not winning like the way we're supposed to win. But we got to be excited. We got to be pumped up about these turnovers, man. We force them. We got to. Hey, I'm gonna have to look. Sea Chicken just lost, Ben. Appreciate you, man. That's a good feeling, man. Oh my God, Sea Chicken's lost. Look, let me see who I lost. Okay, let me see this right quick. Y'all bear with me right quick. Let me pull this up. Yeah, let me pull up all the teams that lost.
Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, they're finna come out from commercial break. Y'all know how we do this thing. It's a long way from here. It's a long way from here. Bam, here we go. Yeah. Hold on.
Favorite.
Yeah, Greg. What's good with you, man? Westmoreland. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. Are you close to Westmoreland out here in Dallas? Yeah. And let the AI speak. If she wants to talk today, you right on the money. With that one. Come on, AI. She need a virtual call. Yeah, I can't wait for her to hear what they're going to say. I'm going to give you guys my real thoughts on old boy, but let the AI speak.
Give it up for the D. Kellen still worries me with staying with run. Overall winning teams win these type of games.
I'm going to say this right quick. I'm probably the only person that's on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Twitch that will admit that I'm wrong. I apologize. And y'all leave me alone. Don't come at me again with this. I apologize, Greg Zuerlein. I apologize. But you saw what happened when they signed Liram. That made you really make that kick. Because you knew that Liram, hallelujah, whatever his last name is, you like, man, I'm going to have to step my game up. I bet you that's what happened. So I give him apologies. My apologies to Greg Zuerlein. But that pressure, I was right on that. So can y'all agree with me on that one, right? All right, let me listen to this in case they back right quick.
They run the football.
There we go.
The O-line did a hell of a job. I mean, they were moving those guys off the ball all day.
This is Zeke Elliott.
Zeke Elliott. They snuck this in on me.
I mean, it helps that much more. He's all-pro every year he's played. Maybe not last year, but he's definitely the rock of that O-line.
Oily face.
Yeah, I mean, in the run game, he's smashing guys.
The last couple of years, you've really had to outscore people to get wins. What does it mean to see your defense perform like the way they did today?
I'm excited for them. I'm really excited for them. Just the passion they play with, the enthusiasm, the way they run around, the way they hit, the way they take the ball away. I'm excited. I'm excited for what they can become.
You hear that? Let me know if y'all can hear Zeke. Let me make sure I got the
Pollard.
audio.
Oh man, TP he ran his tail off today. He definitely he's a great back. All around, can catch it, can run it. He's smaller, but he runs hard. He breaks a lot of tackles. So he had a hell of a day. I'm proud of him. I'm glad he went out there and did his thing.
Good leadership there.
You said what I think about the run plays? I liked them. They were obviously
get those likes up, baby. Hit those like button.
Ran the ball well, so loved them.
What did you think of that last play of the first half? Can you take us what you were thinking, and did you think that there was a chance to score, and at what point did you kind of think that wasn't going to happen?
That's something we worked on a couple times this week. Honestly, didn't even think that we were going to get a chance to use it. We worked on it. Kind of was a busted play. We kind of improvised a little bit. CD being the playmaker he is, made something out of nothing, broke a tackle, and then once he took off, I thought, it's like, dang, this thing might score.
How much do you think Dak missed those moments like that last drive where you guys come in, games on the line? How much do you think he missed that?
Just the competitor he is, the player he is. I know he missed it a ton. I know he was happy to be back out there and lead us on that game-winning drive.
Let me see what Dak's stat was in this game.
No.
Does he ever say anything?
Sometimes, but yeah.
Nasty game right here.
What was it like to compete against your college teammate, Joey Bosa?
It was great to be out there with him. He played hard. It was definitely good to see him. Definitely good to catch up with him. I'm glad we got the win.
You don't talk about week you telling more, and you guys as players about how you're going to have different game plans depending on the opponent. How much did you show that today? And what kind of confidence do you have knowing that you can't have 58 pass games to be successful in defense?
I think we showed that. We showed that today. That we will have different game plans, and we're gonna take what the defense gives us, and so if they're gonna load the box up, we're gonna throw it on you. If you're gonna play coverage, we're gonna run it. So you gotta pick your poison.
No doubt, no doubt.
I think we got to win. We got to enjoy it. We got to celebrate it. But we got to get back to work. We got to get better from this game, and we got to carry this momentum into next week.
You guys had 13 first downs in the first quarter alone. Had a lot of balance with the run and pass. What kind of start to the game do you feel like this was, and just maybe set the tempo for what was to come?
I feel like it was a good start. I feel like in the first half we got off to a fast start. I think we were moving the ball. Got a little slowed down in the second quarter, but I think in the first quarter we came out guns blazing.
Yeah.
Coach McCarthy said in the last drive the clock went out. No one could see it. Did you guys notice that the clock was going out and that some clock that's why the play it ran down the last 15, 16, 17 seconds before you guys called the timeout?
Appreciate your clock.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
The defense had more takeaways today. How much momentum does that give you, and how does it help play complementary?
It definitely helps give us a lot of momentum. One of the takeaways was down in the red zone. That's probably the play of the game. We need those. I've talked about it. As long as we take the ball away the way we are, and make sure we get touchdowns when we get in the red zone. I think we'll be good.
As a veteran teammate, the opposite side of the ball, what do you make of Micah Parsons, who can go from linebacker to being pretty much exclusively defensive end?
He was being held all day, man.
Dude's a beast.
Right.
He could be a lead at linebacker. He could be a lead at DN. If you just watch him, you watch the plays, he was killing that tackle. They had to start double teaming him. I think they held him a couple times.
They did.
But he was definitely out there fighting. He was out there battling. I'm glad we got him on our team.
Yeah. Thank you, Zeke.
When you and Dak are at the mesh point, like when you guys call read options, what goes through your head in that split second where you might pull it or you might give it to your
Nothing. I could tell if he's gonna pull it or not. A lot of times, if the end's crashing, he's gonna pull it. So nothing. Just play fast.
See, in terms of this is only one.
Slum said AB played pretty bad. Okay. Slum, you're a real one. Oh my God, Slum 210, man. Hood was good, man.
It's definitely important for the foundation just to kind of get that momentum going, get that ball rolling, especially rolling into our season opener Monday night against a division rival. So it was definitely mandatory that we went out there, got that win today, and get this thing going.
That's Zeke Elliott, not Dak Prescott, of course, as you probably figured out as soon as you started talking on the Dallas Cowboys postgame show with Brian Broaddus, the Super Bowl winning former NFL scout. I am Ari Temkin, and one of the things, we were talking about Micah Parsons, Broaddus, but one of the things that stood out to me about this game more than anything is I think we thought we knew what the strength of this football team is going to be, and specifically the strength of the offense. I think after the first week, that only validated what we figured the strength of this team would be. So now after 2 games, are we sure of what the Cowboys' strength is on offense?
What do you think the strength is on offense?
I'm not sure because I thought going into the season, my expectation was the strength would be their passing offense.
Sure.
After 1 week, I thought their strength would be their passing offense.
Yeah.
Now I don't know. And that's not to diminish their passing offense. It's still good. But this is a team that was able to win when they weren't at their best with their strength.
All right, so let me stop this right here. I want everybody to go to Boss Cowboys tweet and Twitter and give him a round of apologies because he called this game and he said that basically, let me go to Twitter. He said basically you can actually run it on Bosa, and a lot of people got him a lot of flack, and they gave him all type of hate mail, and they were trying to crucify my dog, man, and Bosa versus the run, you know what I'm saying? It's not even close to the football player versus getting after the quarterback. Effort becomes worse and worse, and the game went on. It's clear to me running and balance took away his super pass rush, and he can run the ball and screen dump offs or what have you. So all the Cowboys did as far as running the rock was read what Boss Cowboy just said and did exactly what he did. You know what I'm saying? And think about this. All of these people over here was just going at Boss, man, you know, laughing out loud, laughing my butt off, this clown talk 90% of the time, blah, 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 blah. You know, first rule of football on Twitter is posting your opinion, blah, blah, blah. Y'all cowgirl friends really are some weirdos. You know what I'm saying? They went at my boy. So I wish y'all go back with the same energy and go back and retweet those guys and say, where's that energy at now? Because you put a finger on one of my guys, I'm coming. Yeah. Say, where they at? Yeah. This, you know, they was talking all type of stuff. You know, so I want you guys, if y'all could do this, man, for me, go to Boss Cowboys Twitter and tell them Charger fans. Tell them Charger fans. Keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Cowboy fandom is literate with brain scoop dip S. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this dude with the verified check mark. Y'all come at this dude. Micah Peterson, whoever this is, my man put together a 90-second clip montage of Joey Post. Well, tell him, come on the show and speak that energy with the blue verified check. I doubt it if he's willing to do that, Michael Peterson. So y'all come with it. Bring it. We right here. We ain't going nowhere.
Slight boxes, and you allow situations where the Cowboys can run the football, they can do that effectively too. That's what 2 weeks have showed me. They can win playing multiple styles, which I don't know that we've seen from this team, this organization, in quite some time.
Yeah, there's still things on defense that you kind of have to cover your eyes on.
Yes.
The lack of pass rush, and the fact that you had to take really your best defensive player. I know people will say about Lawrence, being your best defensive player. I look at Parsons, as, the fact that the guy goes from playing linebacker to down rusher and having an effect in the game, getting a sack
in his second career NFL game.
I mean, that's your best player right there. And hey, there used to be a time too where they wouldn't take their best players and take advantage of those guys on defense. And, Dan Quinn is, he's figuring that out here, at least through the first couple of weeks.
All right, you can call or text 877-881-1053, 877-881-1053. When we come back, we'll hear from Dak Prescott and Micah Parsons. But first, let's pause 10 seconds.
Yeah, appreciate all of them. They finna go to commercial break. You know what I'm saying? Turn out Cowboy fans know less about football than you think. I love it. Oh, my dog was right on the money with all of this stuff. And I love it because now we can come back with all of that heat action and say, yeah, keep that same energy. Ron D. So my thing is the Cowboys did a great job of countering with the run. The only person, and I got to say this, Cowboy Nation, the only person that slowed down Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott was the offensive coordinator. And I'm not sitting here saying that Kellen Moore is trash or anything. He still got a long way to go. But when we get into the red zone, money zone, you can't go past it like that, man. You're running the ball. Look, Pollard was averaging. Let me see what Pollard was averaging, man. Let me go over here. 8.4 yards. In this game. That was his average. Let me see, make sure. I don't want to give you guys some wrong information. This dude, 13 carries, 109 yards, 8.4 yards. Ezekiel Elliott, 16 carries for 71 yards, 4.4 yards. Let me ask y'all this. Even if we just take Ezekiel Elliott number, right? What's 4 times 3? Y'all put that in the comment box. What's 4 times 3? Let me know. And it's crazy when we got into the money zone. That was crazy that they just went away from it. Look. Mike Meticulous Detail says 8.4. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why pass? I was sitting there like I kid you not. My pre-conversation, and I got tape and evidence, we talked on the Final Word show. I did multiple videos. I even brought the Chargers guy, Jake the Snake, on, and I told everybody, the Chargers, and they were saying the same thing, the Chargers love to give you the run. And they take away the pass. That's normally the inverse. They play the 2 deep safeties. And on top of that, with that being said, they drop both of their ends. They drop both of the end cornerbacks. They embrace the run. They want you to run. Most NFL teams say they do the inverse. They literally tell you, hey, we're going to stop the run and make you pass it on the outside. This was the first time I seen all game. There was no single high safety. There was no loading of the box. Yeah. See, 12. Yeah. 12. Yeah. See, we got some people with some good math skills over there. It's still on for commercial break over here. Cowboys win. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. Their game plan was to stop Dak. Yeah. And BD Gray, hell of a game plan. Matter of fact, do y'all think? Go ahead, AI.
A win is win. Defense wasn't great, but we are getting turnover and number 27 play great. Let's build of it.
Yeah, I appreciate that one. Yeah. And I'll tell you guys, I'm gonna talk about Terry still. I owe that man an apology too. You know, I owe the man. I'm when I really go through the details of the tape, I give you guys my thoughts, my honest thoughts on Terrence Steele, on how he did in his assessments of the game. But let's not be foolish, and let's not think that there was not money left on the field. We saw this game could have been, 28, 30, something like that, to the Chargers 14 or inverse, because the defense kind of stepped up in the red zone and forced it. They got a missed kick, got an interception in the red zone. They did some things too, and some of those 50-50 passes on deep balls, we're going to have to talk about that. Still on commercial break. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anthony Brown deserved no apologies. The guy is a scrub. 24, I feel you on that. We don't have the phone lines open yet. The phone lines will be open as soon as these guys are done with the radio station. Then we open the phone lines. We here for a minute now, baby. We here. Shout out to you, Skeptical fan. Appreciate you for jumping in. Firebones. Coach Marvin, he had called in during the halftime. He said, yeah, it was a lot of little foolery stuff that went on, right? I'm not finna say I'm gonna give Johnny Bones an apology right now. Johnny Bones made me mad this game. He really made me mad. Man, it's a long commercial in life. But appreciate everybody for jumping in. Choctaw, shout out to you. You look, when you had called in, you said it you hit it right on the head, man. Look, Ezekiel Elliott, inside guy. Outside, bounce to the edge. Let that be Tony Pay. Let's get this thing going. Somebody put down 28-9 at half without the refs. Shit. You ain't lying, man. Oh, my gosh, man. Oh, my gosh. Put in 40. Yeah, Law Nation, I told everybody. This is for my dog, Thomas, man. I told everybody he was going to flip the script. I told you, and I told everybody that the Cowboys were going to have a heavy dose of the running game. This is from Thomas A. Yeah. My only and shout out to you, Hill. No drops by number 88. Shout out to you. My thing is with this right here, Cowboy Nation, far as the running situation, we got a lot of stuff to work on when we get into the red zone. Red zone still the same issue. Red zone still is still the same issue.
All at guaranteed low prices like you've never seen.
Red zone is a major issue. First game Diggs made me mad. You agree, Law?
First game Diggs made me mad. You agree, Law?
Keenan Allen was going to get his. Right? It's just like when we used to see the matchups back in the days when Jerry Rice was out there on the field. He was going to get his. Right? It was like you're not going to stop him, you're going to slow him down. So I'm not fit to sell or denigrate Diggs. But damn, he did give up a big play, though. Real big one. And he had over-the-top help. That would be one of the plays I look at when I get 22. But I can't get mad at Diggs, man.
Cowboys win. Have to be happy with a road win.
No doubt. I can't be mad at Diggs right now. At this point, that's my son now, you know. That's my adopted son now. Hey, Diggs is on pace for right now having 17 INTs. I mean, how many games he played altogether? 13, 14 games? And then brother already got like 6. How many interceptions at this point that and I'm not trying to use Byron Jones as a scapegoat, but how many interceptions Byron Jones had at this point? Cowboys win. Yeah. Appreciate you, Kelly. Appreciate you.
Pollard was over 100, and Elliott
Let's
was
go listen
pretty
to these
close.
guys. I can't get mad at Diggs.
I think the run blocking was good, but Prescott had a lot of clean pockets at sack roll beat. I think Tyron for that last sack, and they had a max blitz up the middle for the second sack.
God,
Other than that, he had
Byron Jones
all
and
the
Diggs
time
right now.
he needed. So I would say, on balance, my feeling is, and you know better than most people, there's what you feel and then what you go back and look at.
Sure.
But I thought the pass blocking was pretty good too.
How about the play of Jaylon Curse?
Let me hear.
Listen, I think
Brad.
I think he's an asset. He's a real asset. He stepped up when they're down certainly one safety, and Hooker I thought did some nice things, but he can't. I don't think he can play the whole game yet. But Kersh made a couple of big plays. He might have had that one interception. He's really good in the box. I don't think he's Cliff Harris or Ronnie Lott or anything, but I think they may have found a really useful player there.
Yeah, they did.
Brad, what we saw from Micah Parsons today, and I was just trying to go through my Cowboy memory, and your Cowboy memory is a little bit longer than my Cowboy memory. But I was trying to think of a player that has played one position on defense and then turn around and had to basically play another position the whole game in order for his team to win. I mean, Randy White, I believe, was a linebacker that was moved to defensive tackle. I mean,
Broderick Thomas, I think he did it one time.
It doesn't happen often. This is a special kid we're dealing with here, this Micah Parsons.
I have felt that all along, and in Randy's case,
I got a tough question for y'all when you get off.
Right, but that was because Tom Landry wasn't sure exactly where to put him.
Right.
Tried to make him a middle linebacker, tried to make him an outside linebacker. Then he finally, they asked Randy. Randy's funny. He tells the story. He says, Coach Landry said, well, how do you feel about playing defensive tackle? And he was getting ready to be not on the field.
Right.
He said, Coach, I'll play anywhere you want.
Sure.
If it'll put me on the field. Darren Woodson didn't do quite that extreme, but before he was remember as a rookie in '92, he's a slot player.
Yes.
Facts.
And then he became a Pro Bowl safety. But there are not many who, first of all, could do as many things as Parsons has done in camp and then turn around and have to really virtually play a different position. And just think, now he wasn't in on every play.
True.
But just you could see how hard he was having to work. And in the second half, they were on the field most of the time. And he still had the gas and the juice to make that sack at the end of the game. That's as impressive to me as anything else. And I think you're 100% right. He's a special player, but I've thought that all along. I was one of the very few who I will give myself credit for. I don't get many right.
I'll pat you on the back, too. I remember you and I talking about it draft night as everybody else was saying, you need to take this guy or that guy. You said, no, this Parsons kid's going to be all right.
Yeah, he's going to be a special player. I thought it.
Who missed Rashawn Slater? Rashawn Slater or Parsons right now?
Brad, what did you think of that final drive and the clock management there? I mean, obviously the outcome, says a lot. They kicked the game
quickly
winning field goal, but what did you think
chat
overall of the way that final drive was handled?
The final drive was okay. The last 30 seconds was brutal.
Brutal, yeah.
I mean, I
love
get
it.
That.
Yeah.
You can make a case that I was talking to our spotter, Jake Goldberg, after the game. He said, that second down run to Pollard probably might have been a pass because then as long as you don't get it intercepted, then you can kill the clock with an incompletion.
Right.
The run obviously eats up more clock, but they just didn't look like they knew what they wanted to do with that last 30 seconds. I'm sure they let at least 15 seconds get away. They had to have been able to run another play to get closer before the field goal. They got kind of lucky that it worked out and he made the kick, but that last 30 seconds just looked awful.
Why did I have more confidence, Brad, of him making a 56-yard field goal than I did maybe making a 31-yard field goal tonight?
I mean, that's
football, right?
Yeah. There's no telling. Remember Brett Maher?
Yeah, exactly.
He from 60 he's money.
Sure.
And from 40 he's broke. It's hard to explain. But look, Zerline by today's standard. You know what's funny? Babe pointed this out to me a couple of weeks ago. Last year Zerline was about 75%, something like that.
Sure.
Right.
And that's below average today. Jan Stenerud's in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
62%
sure.
for his career.
He kicked in a blizzard every day in Kansas City. That's what happened there.
Different situation.
I understand, but it's different. I mean, he's in the Hall of Fame.
But on bad grass fields his whole life. That's his problem, right?
But, Brian, he's the Hall of Fame.
Oh, no. I'm with you.
This guy, we want this guy on a rail, and he's 75%. So he did, by that standard, he had a poor year last year, but he's been a good kicker in his career.
He has.
So, hey, it gives everybody something to talk about.
I'll tell you what, though, Brad, these games are so evenly matched, though. Jan Stenerud and Lynn Dawson and those guys and Otis Taylor probably running it up and down the field, not having to worry about Jan Stenerud at least kicking field goals. Garo Upremian on Christmas Day back in the day. But
the funny thing is, Babe said at halftime, he said, this game, we were coming out for the second half. He said, the game's going to come down to a kick.
Oh, sure.
I don't know who's going to make it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what kind of kick it's going to be. It couldn't have been more right.
Yep, enough. Absolutely.
What do you think in your mind was a bigger play in this game? Because I'm trying to decide myself, but the Cooper catch on third down,
it's huge,
or Zach Martin recovering the fumble?
I think that if for me, I would say the fumble, because didn't they get 3 points out of that?
They sure did. 17-14. Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't get those 3 points, then it's probably a different outcome.
They shouldn't have passed it on that one
but,
anyway.
The biggest play in the game might have been the illegal motion by the Chargers.
Yeah, no kidding.
Facts.
They take a touchdown off the board for something that most people don't see. I didn't see it, but that was pretty big.
Hey,
why you had to say that, Sham? Oh, Lord, here we go.
There's a lot of things he doesn't see along the way either.
I didn't say that. That's your opinion.
Oh, I did. But you know what? I'll take that. Good win for the Cowboys. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, Sham.
They play tough on the
Sham,
road.
no,
They found a way to
Brad.
win. And now they got to see who's not available for next week.
Exactly.
See if they got enough guys to roll out there on Monday night.
Appreciate you, Brad. As always, thank you.
Hey, there you go, man. Now they're going to make headlines. See, the Cowboys, they got favorable call because there was no really illegal motion or illegal shift. We going to break that down, though. We're going to break that down. Hey, this is – I don't want you guys to be the prisoners of the moment. But I got to ask you guys this, and this is not me putting a player versus another player, by the way. I'm gonna let some silence come through. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear it? Donovan Wilson or Jaylon Curse now at this strong safety role? Go. Y'all let me know.
Cowboy with that color scheme.
He had it going today.
So what is your take here, Brian, on the end of game clock?
I don't know what this guy. You know me. I could hammer this guy on a lot of things. You know, I think he got fortunate. I really do. I mean, there was, I'm glad the reporters asked the questions and he tries to explain, and I'm like, but it just didn't seem
I'm reading
like
your comments, man.
Thank God you had the timeout left. You know, I mean, that it wasn't, where Dak. I mean, there was a lot of just confusion going on. I could just imagine, not being at the stadium. I wish, because first thing I would have done is my eyes would have been right down there on the sidelines from the press box. I'd have been like, what in the hell is going on down there? But, hey, they caught a break. They really did. I mean, Dak was able. They had the timeout, and would you have liked to have gotten Zerline maybe a few more yards? Heck, maybe it didn't work. I mean, it worked out just fine at the end, but man, you get lucky sometimes with this thing. I mean, they were unfortunate that he didn't go for it on 4th and 3, in the Tampa game, and then here they have some problems at the end, really kind of managing the game, but it didn't kill them. You just wonder about that. And matter of fact, McCarthy was talking about that, with Sean and RJ, like on last Friday, talking about, clock management and stuff like that. I'm sure that's something that the boys will get into tomorrow morning as they get their show rolling.
Yeah, of course, Sean and RJ on the Cowboys flagship, 105.3 The Fan with Brian Broaddus. I'm Ari Temkin. That last drive that led to the game-winning field goal by the Cowboys, they had 1st and 10 from the Chargers 45,
right,
with 36 seconds left, and ran 2 plays. By the way, they had 2 timeouts at that point in time.
Yeah.
So they ran just 2 plays before kicking a field goal.
But they had to use one of the timeouts because of the Cooper injury.
Yes.
Yeah.
No way. Ravens going to be 0-2?
So they had 2 after that. They had 3 timeouts. Cooper gets hurt on that 3rd and 7, which made it 1st and 10.
Right.
So they had 2 timeouts left. They had the pass to Cedric Wilson for 4 yards. He gets pushed out of bounds.
They ain't playing yet. Okay.
So the clock stops there. Then they run it with Pollard with 33 seconds left at a 2nd and 6 from their 41.
Buccaneers pulled off.
So it was 1 timeout left because remember they used one earlier in the half.
Yeah.
That was
5
wasted. So they had 1
touchdowns
timeout
by
left.
Brady. God, dog.
And 33 seconds left, a 2nd and 6 from the Chargers 41, and managed to not run another play.
Yeah.
With a timeout.
With a timeout.
And also you could kick a 56-yard field goal with a guy that's
like
shaky.
I said, well, no, he wasn't shaky. Can't talk about it being shaky anymore.
Bow interception by
Guy
Zach
made a clutch
Wilson.
field goal for
No
you
shake.
tonight. No
I mean,
shake.
look,
no shake.
I mean, he missed his first field goal of the year, and then he missed the next kick, which was the extra point.
Do
but
we
he's been
see
perfect
ghosts over
since
there,
then.
too?
Sure.
He hasn't missed since then.
I'm just telling you, man. I kind of felt like that the kid was going to he was going to knock home a 56-yard field goal. Why not?
4 interceptions. Man, God.
Oh, gosh.
Wasn't the greatest clock management down the stretch, but a win is a win is a win.
No doubt.
The Cowboys
No doubt.
win their first of the 2021 season, hopefully the first of many. And Brian Broaddus, Ari Temkin with you to react to it. 877-881-1053. That's the number, 877-881-1053. Still to come, we'll hear from Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons.
I'm waiting for the Dak Prescott and especially the Parsons situation there. So I asked the question there, and of course, Donovan Wilson, to me, he's a physical. I see some people said that he's not as physical. So we'll find out about that. But to me personally, I think Donovan Wilson, although he can play down inside the box, I think that he's more of a free. I think he's more of a free. And DeMonte KZ today, he had some big gaping holes that he gave up, but all is forgiven for that interception in their end zone. And you can tell that DeMonte KZ, he was out all week with that thigh injury. So you can see him a little bit gimpering when he's running. He's not at full speed. Sean, Wilson is physical. But I like Wilson at free opposed to playing inside the box. And I think that Donovan Wilson, by the way, he got range. He can cover grass. So they're in a unique situation. Shout out to that play for Malik Hooker, too, earlier today. I mean, he bust right through there, made the tackle, did a great job. But Jaylon Curse, somebody put his measurables down in the chat. Jaylon Curse is nobody to sneeze at as far as his size, his physical size. Now, Jaylon Smith, let me look up his situations because we got to talk about this Jaylon Smith. I know that a lot of people are talking about this. Let's go all the way down to Jaylon Smith. He was the leading tackler. We saw that today. See his name. Y'all see Jaylon? Leading tackler. To me, just to me, there was some situations in coverage. I was like, hey, that was last year, Jaylon, showing his ugly head again. We going to have to figure that out. I like Parsons' ability to play up close to the line, but I would rather for it to be Parsons as the linebacker. And maybe can we do a role reversal? can we put Jaylon on the LOS and let him just go to the quarterback? Y'all let me know how you guys feel about that. Objectively speaking, I know we got some apologies. I don't want you guys to be mad at me, but it's just how it goes. Y'all let me know on that one. That just speaking objectively. I don't want you guys to sit there and try to shank me with the butter knife and be like, hey, now you done about my guy.
The best teammates who give everything.
Still on commercial break, so I'm gonna read some of your comments here. Y'all see this? This our tackle leader. He had 9 total tackles, 6 solos, which is not bad. Let's see what we got. We got a donation here. Appreciate you, Ben. Appreciate you. What we have here? How many men on defense started for the Cowboys 2 years ago? Just Jaylon. This whole new group of folks. Yeah. Anthony Brown, right? How many men on defense? That's a good, brilliant point.
How many men on this defense started for the Cowboys 2 years ago? Just Jaylon? This is a whole new group of folks.
LVE, Jaylon, Anthony Brown. Those are 3, right? How many guys, man? Y'all help me out. How many people? I see Jaylon doing with Parsons. Yeah. Sean said he don't have it on pass rushing either. Jaron Curse is 6'4", 205. Okay. And he's only 205? He needs some. If he's 205, man. Let me see. If he's 205.
He needs some milk.
Yeah. Somebody feed that man. Get him at least 220, 225. If he's 205, he's 205.
He needs some milk.
All right, man. Let me see all the way down here. Diggs was a rookie last year. 2 years. He's talking about 2 years ago. He got to be at least 225, man. Number 9 balled out. I feel you on that. His stats, 9 total tackles, 6 solos. Van Der Esch, 7 total tackles, 4 solos, 1 sack, 2 forced fumbles. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 2 tackles for loss. I'm sorry. Forced fumbles. 2 tackles for loss. And 1 QB hit. Let's see here. Let's see. Why does Jaylon look like he's saying giddy up when he is running? Oh, my God. Still did amazing. He did. And it is what it is. Yeah. Ravens already down. Oh, my God. What's the score? Let me see what the score is on the Ravens game. Yeah, it's just crazy, man. Oh, my God. Yeah. What did they do? Oh, he threw an interception. He 1 for 3, 11 yards interception. Yeah. The Ravens.
Why does Jaylon Smith look like he is saying giddy up when he is running?
It looked like the spats, I think it could be the way he taped his ankles, man. Could be the way he taped his ankles. He just runs like that, What still stats? They don't show the stats of the offensive. No, they no glory guys. You don't get no stats on them.
Asked to be a full-time defensive end and held his own pretty well. Especially, at times on the right side, times on the left side. I think he had good rushes. I don't know in terms of the stats how to measure it. He had his first sack. It was questionable whether or not it should have been a sack. Probably shouldn't have been, but a sack nonetheless. His first career sack on Justin Herbert, which was an 18-yard loss. It was a huge play in the game.
Facts, yeah.
And just your overall assessment here, Brian, of Micah Parsons.
Micah has, anytime that he's been interviewed by folks, he's happy to tell you that, hey, I started off my career as a defensive end. I was a high school defensive end, and they moved me to linebacker and all that.
Shout out to Jay Lombardi.
He's got upper body power. He's got lower body power. I didn't think they were going to sit there and play him down after down at defensive end. I thought they were going to move him around, and that's what they did. And then it came down to people were like tweeting at me like, oh, it's killing his effectiveness at the other spots. I'm like,
Bro9 played very
I'm sorry,
good.
But he's my best pass rusher right now. I have got to, this is a game. I don't have a lot of choices. This quarterback that I'm trying to play against, he's 31 of 41, and he's gashing me every time he's throwing the ball.
I need to get somebody in his
I got to get somebody home. I don't care if he's playing the run. I mean, I bet you we go back and look at this game when we go back and watch. Jaylon Smith's going to probably be one of those guys. Him, Van Der Esch. I'm going to say it's not going to always be pretty with those guys. But I think overall, when you start to talk, like I say, Jaylon Smith probably had him a pretty decent game with having to play. I mean, because those two guys they had to go play. Van Der Esch and Smith had to play as the primary linebackers. You know, you got Micah Parsons on the field rushing passers. I think it was a great job by Dan Quinn using. I mean, this to me coming out of camp, the strength of this team on the defensive side of the ball was the linebackers. So they used them all, though I felt like the right way today.
Well, and to your point, like, well, yeah, maybe he wasn't as effective in other parts of the game because they're using him in a different way.
You
right?
You had no.
You're playing
choice.
quarterback. You can't also catch the football.
You had no choice in this one. Okay, let's. How about the example from last week? Zeke Elliott as a chip pass blocker. Okay, do you think Zeke Elliott is wants to be a chip pass blocker?
No.
Right.
No. Hell no.
Do you think the Cowboys want him to be $90 million?
But that's what I'm saying. Every once in a while, you have to do something in these games when you only dress 48. You have to do something else to make it work.
And to your point on Jaylon Smith, I think it's really important. Remember, the Chargers started out this game with 2 huge splash plays on offense.
They did.
It was like, here we go again. And one of those was a run play. I think it was the first play from scrimmage.
20 yards.
And it was, Jaylon Smith was clear missed. I mean, he was supposed to fill the hole and didn't. But after that, he played a very clean game.
He did.
And so did Leighton Van Der Esch. Van Der Esch was spectacular. And so they needed that play from their linebackers because they moved their best linebacker to pass rusher.
Yeah.
It's funny to think of, you come away from this game thinking, how did the defense play? You hold an NFL team to 17 points in 4 quarters?
Yeah.
I mean, and a turnover in the opposition's territory?
Let me tell you what.
Talk to us.
You were 1 of 4 last week on red zone trips. You caught a break today. They were just as bad as you were last week with penalties. Brad brought it up. The legal shift penalty, motions, whatever you want to call it.
No doubt about you, Cal. No doubt.
They were bad. They had some trips that were bad too. So along the way, I mean, there were some chunk plays. Missed tackles along the way. But hey, you find a way to hold it together. I mean, and you do what you have to do. And if it means keeping Jaylon Smith on the field and he's going to maybe make 1 out of every 3 tackles, you got to have it. But I don't know how you fault the, like I say, the Cowboy defense. They got very fortunate today because they gave up some huge plays.
They did.
That came back because of Charger penalties.
Yeah, 12 penalties for 99 yards for the Chargers. They also had 2 turnovers in this one. Cowboys had the 1 turnover, the bad pick by Dak. So again, their opposition has nearly 100 penalty yards and your +1 the turnover margin. They lost a game last week where they're +3 and the opposition gave up 100 yards in penalties. So thank goodness they didn't lose 2 in a row like that.
Oh, wow.
And the Cowboys come up on the right side of this one. They improved to 1-1. The postgame show is brought to you by Geico. Great news. There's a quick way you can save money. Switch.
Shout out to everybody, man, for jumping in. So how do you guys feel about that? This is not a time to, like I said before, I'm not going to rain on any player outside of AB. He's going to be the only guy I can rain on a little bit. But even shout out to him. He played better this week than he did last week, right? So that's improvement. I told everybody, hey, at least we want to see him get into the situation of beating his last performance. And I guess because they didn't pick on him as much as Tom Brady did. And Tom Brady carved up those Atlanta Falcons. 5 touchdowns. Come on, man. At 44, shoot, I need to go back and watch that.
Looking to be 5-1 going into the bye. Law. Next 3 are at home. PHI, Car, NYG, at knee. Your thoughts?
Grant, next 3 games at home. It's a beautiful sign. It's a beautiful sign for us to be having the next 3 games at home. Think of the mental capacity. Think of the momentum that you can swing from here. Oh, it's going to be a great situation. And by the way, believe it or not, Grant, I predicted that we was going to be 5-1 at that point. So let's hope my prediction goes the right way. Remember, I had us going 13-4.
That stuff that you look for in great players, it's there with Micah Parsons. And Dan Quinn. I mean, you mentioned before the game,
we definitely need
the
to clean
MacGyver
up,
part of
Akeem.
this,
Yeah.
the smoke and mirrors, having the confidence and faith in Micah Parsons to take on this role, challenging him to do it. These are all things that great leaders and great coaches do.
Well, you just got to. I was just mentioning the linebackers, and Smith had 9 tackles, Vander Esch had 7 tackles, had a sack for 7 yards, and then you look at Micah Parsons, he had 2 tackles, but he had a sack. So your linebackers, your 2 sacks came from your linebackers,
and
one of them really playing out of position because of what you had to do. But yeah, I think with Quinn, there's been times where I've questioned this Cowboy coaching staff, and they always talk about, we got to put our players in positions to make plays.
Right.
Today, Dan Quinn put Micah Parsons in
Please
positions.
Stop treating Zeke a sports car we are afraid to drive. Let him loose. Next up, Philly. Good pick on Parsons.
No doubt, Rob. No doubt at all.
Put Diggs in position to make plays today with the interception, stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, these are the things you have to do as coaches. You have to know your personnel, but you have to find a way to make them all function. And today they did a pretty good job of that, even though, like I say, there were some gash plays, big, huge chunk plays that came back. But that's you can't have penalties if you're the Chargers.
This text comes in from the 682, and you can text us or call 877-881-1053, 877-881-1053. Could you keep Parsons at end until Tank gets back?
See,
I don't want that.
That's going to be
a week-to-week matchup-oriented.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be very week-to-week. Yeah. You'll have, I spoke to Randy Gregory this morning. He's feeling better. He was excited about getting back out. He's just worried about his family and taking care of them, and and hopefully everything will be as good as gold next week. But yeah, they've got to. Again, it's smoke and mirrors. It's. I don't think you could say, okay, Micah Parsons is going to be our starting,
left defensive end. You thoughts, Law?
Devil dog. That's a good one, man.
They have somebody that
Pollard
maybe comes in and he can start at linebacker, and then they
that.
get to a second or third down situation and they put their hand down. Trust me, they're going to start, teams are going to prepare for him. I think it's going to be more about trying to be more effective with him and walk him around and let him try and rush from some different spots.
Keep him guessing. Because next week, man, they got a quarterback that can run. Hurts can actually run. I want Parsons to be the middle linebacker and flip it. Just put Jaylon at the edge. Let's just give us that. I know a lot of people don't want that, but I'm looking at it like next week. And we need to still give Jabril Cox a chance, an opportunity to get out there on the field. There will be a good prime opportunity for that.
Jet sweep for 9. And then Larry Roundtree, who, if you watched the tape last week from the football team game, he had some carries, and he only had 1 carry for -1. So they really, they lived on the arm of Justin Herbert today.
But I mean, it's through 2 weeks. I mean, this seems like a vast difference between this rush defense last year. We knew it was going to be something they wanted to shore up. They go out, they get Brent Urban, they 8 of their 11 draft picks. Mm-hmm. But through 2 weeks, I mean,
yes,
this is as good as we could have expected this rush defense to be, considering how bad it was last year. It was atrocious last year.
Yeah, I think that, to me, that what you've seen with this defensive line is there haven't been those times where they've got turned or they've gotten moved, or they're playing square along,
which happened basically every running play last year.
If you watch the tape from behind in the Cowboys of last year, you couldn't see their jersey numbers because they were constantly turned. You watch the end zone copy, constantly turned. So they were getting gashed on the run. They weren't able to get any bodies at the point of attack to stop the run. So they're doing a much better job of that, at least playing square, getting up the field, playing the gaps, and then letting their linebackers kind of step up and make some plays along the way, too.
And as we talk about defense here, I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up Jaron Curse, who...
that's a big body.
It is.
That's a big man. The
problem
with Jaron Curse is he's never been a really good cover guy. And today there looked like that the guy played with some coverage.
He should have had an interception. They called defensive pass interference on it, but it didn't look like it was there.
Hey, 6 tackles. Going into the game, we had questions of what was going to go happen at safety.
Right.
With no Wilson, how are they going to play this? and Curse did a nice job of stepping in there, and Kazee with the big interception, and Hooker made a play as well. Hooker contributed with 3 tackles in this game. Curse had 6 tackles. Kazee had 2, and he had the interception. That's what you got to have. You got to have guys stepping up and making plays when it's necessary.
Do you have a new starting strong safety now?
The thing with
Wilson's healthy?
I think the thing, to me, you worry about the old days called Wally pipped, when Lou Gehrig,
when a guy gets hurt.
When Wally pipped, you get Wally pipped, like your Lou Gehrig, the guy plays 2,130 consecutive games after that. But I think that if you're the Cowboys, you have to, if you do bring back Wilson, he's your starter. But you kind of think about, okay, what kind of role can we have for Curse? What other things is there something we could do having him cover tight ends? Is there something we can have him playing around the line of scrimmage? Obviously, he has a nose for the ball.
Biggest concern on defense, corners. That's for me. What about you?
The cornerback, because like we were talking about with Diggs, I think Diggs is a good player now. I don't know if Diggs, I don't think he's a great player.
Right.
I think Diggs is a good player, and I think he can develop. But yeah, I worry about when the ball goes outside to Brown, and and there's nobody covering, and he misses a tackle.
What are your thoughts on Brown on that statement?
He didn't get exposed today.
Too early
as
to
much.
say he's great though, huh?
But yeah, there were some chunk plays. I keep saying that, where the secondary whoa, what was going on back there? Why are they, why is this quarterback throwing the ball 42 yards down the field and it's a completion?
Yeah, this was a weird game where it seemed like both teams had just a lot of chunk plays, and yet the score is only 20-17. Like
the flags, that Tony Corrente, they'll mess up a game. They will. I'm sorry.
It was so poorly officiated.
It is. And hey, I think it went both ways.
Yeah.
No
question.
You could just say, you're glad. As a Cowboy fan, you should be happy that Tony Corente was not good today.
Yeah.
Anthony Brown should have been called for pass interference in the end zone on a play that he just didn't even turn his back. He was completely physical with the receiver, did not get called for it.
Get called. But then Curse gets called on one. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Where he's in position and
that was the interception.
Yeah. Well, he knocked a ball down too. That they call a pass interference on him. So a crazy day for the officials. That's usually how it works in the NFL.
Yeah, and look, I'm sure Chargers fans feel like...
Oh, no, they're called their post-game show right now.
Yeah.
They're losing their minds.
The refs
ain't Tony, but this guy...
absolutely losing their minds, yeah.
And I would say there's a decent amount of that, but it was probably bad both ways. There were some, again,
there were some misses both ways. There were some big misses.
Could have gone the way of the Cowboys that didn't.
Yeah.
And as we talked about last week, the offensive pass interference was a big no call in the game last week. But you have to take the game out of the refs' hands.
You absolutely do.
You have to make the plays... take the game out of their hands.
I guarantee when you watch the game, when you go back and watch the game, Parsons probably drew 2 or 3 extra holding calls that weren't called. Sometimes it's just the flow of the game, and they want to be a part of the game, and then other times they're like, let's swallow the whistle for a little bit, and then. But with this crew, they're always going to be part of the game.
877-881-1053. Randy in Longview wants to get on the postgame show. Go ahead, Randy. You're on the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network.
Hey guys, last time we talked, August the 5th show, I called y'all and told you, and I know nobody likes when I told you so, but I talked to you about resource management and clock management. We saw how that played out today.
Sure.
I want to give you another prediction for the rest of the season. The Cowboys will win, lose, die, fall their whole life on fundamentals. We have the greatest talent. We're ready to go. Fundamentals are going to make us or break us. Second thing, the most important coach we got on the team right now, Dan Quinn. And his number one weapon right now is Curse. Curse marked his spot today. Prove me wrong.
All right, Randy. I don't even know what the "told you so" was from.
What's August 5th? Where were we?
Yeah, what's the "told you so"? Randy? What'd you tell us?
No, he told us fundamentals.
Fundamentals.
Would be,
He's right though. Fundamentals.
That's what he said in the opening thing.
Okay,
that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hey, if I like I said that there's things that happen during this game. And
y'all remember Cowboys break? Ray from Fort Worth. Doesn't he sound like Ray from Fort Worth? You know what I'm saying?
Stuff like that. Fortunately, it didn't cost them the game tonight.
Right. Yeah. Not great clock management. We'll hear what Mike McCarthy had to say about that after this game. Coming up next, plus your phone calls at 877-881-1053. 877-881-1053. Dallas Cowboys football will continue tomorrow.
I wanted to hear, they must have squeezed in the Dak Prescott presser. Somebody asked, what was that super chat? Let me see if I can go back to it. You were saying... Devil Dog, you saying that Devil Dog, you had made a super chat. AI, can you repeat that?
Love the Zeke and Pollard split backfield. You thoughts, Law?
Oh, yeah, man, shoot. The backfield being split, yeah. They got to stick to it, though. And when it's working, keep greasing it. The water is wet. It's wet. The well got water in it. Keep going to it. That's my thoughts on that.
Don't want to hear about refs. Bucks got calls on us.
Facts on that one, Ortiz, man. Appreciate you, man. They should split the backfield. We got to go back to the drawing boards as it relates to red zone. Look, a rule of thumb for me, I'm trying real hard to be as positive as I can for the next 24. Maybe I may spill this thing over to the next 48 hours. It's just being positive. But I need to get back to the analytical law for you guys, because I can't just sit here and say, okay, how we won today is how we're going to win next week and how we're going to win the following week. No, we got some things that I got to call out and pull out. Oh, by the way, since they're on break, shout out to Terrence Steele. You know, we're going to give him, you know, a round of applause, you know. So, shout out to Terrence Steele. Great job. I'm not even going to say a good job, great job, because I was envisioning. I was pretty much looking at this game like Chad Green? What the name was? Whatever it was for the Atlanta Falcons. I said I know some folding chairs in Natchez, Mississippi. They can block better than him. I thought that we was going to have something like that. But Terrence Steele, he had some hiccups. He wasn't spotless or without a blemish. He had his problems. He had his faults. Another conversation about Trayvon Diggs. I forgot somebody said something about Trayvon. Let me see if it was a super chat. It wasn't a super chat. But somebody said something about Trayvon Diggs. And I think it was Brian Broaders. He's not great, but he's good. That's bull. I'm not calling what Brian Broaders saying that he's just good. No, that's bull as it relates to his skill of play. I can't put him in a category of being just good. You know, we got to elevate Diggs at this point. I know it's super early. It's only week 2 and it's only his second year. But most of the times, we as Cowboy fans, we be sitting there looking at players and we be like, dang, they going through their sophomore slump. We got to look at Diggs now and say he's above average, okay? Because being good is just average. He's above average. Can anybody disagree with that, you know? Or you want to put him as just good? I'm not finna do that right now, Coach DC. I want to say it so bad, Coach DC. Diggs is an elite corner. I want to say it. I really do. I want to say Diggs is an elite corner. But I'm not finna give him that crown yet. We got what? We got 16, 17, 15 more games to go, right? We got 15 more games to go. At the end of this year, he's on pace for having 17 interceptions, by the way. But at the end of this year, I'll crown him. You know, I'm saying, so he's above average right now. You know, I'm not finna say average. Now, Anthony Brown, he's below average, you know. Yeah, so he's progressing, man. He's growing his mane, you know. He's getting the beard. He's getting his beard. His beard is growing, basically. But do I see an elite DB in the future? Yeah. Yeah, I see an elite DB. All right, so y'all saying Diggs is locked down. Okay, let me go here because I'm trying to keep everything positive. I'm not trying to be all fluff over here and be like, yeah, this and that. And I'm quite sure Diggs in the future will be that guy. Keenan Allen gave up, he had 4 receptions for 108 yards, 27 average, longest 42 yards. And then Mike, he had 7 receptions for 91 yards and 13 average. Eckler, whatever it's Austin, he had 9 receptions for 61 yards. They killed us, Cowboy Nation, from a DB collective. 4 receptions for 108 yards. And I know that 27 came from a big bomb play down the field. And then Mike Williams, 7 receptions for 91. Those are good numbers. You stretch those out over the course of a year, those are really good numbers. And if this is the situation and scenario If we're looking at Diggs, he only gave up 4 receptions. That's still not bad, but I look at it like this. I don't like the big old deep plays down the field. We have to work on that. Okay, I see it better. So he had 8 total targets. I can't make the justification of whether or not was Diggs on him the whole 8 times. But I'll take that number now. I'll take that number. He get 8 targets and only 4 receptions. I'll take that number. But I can't live with 10 targets and this guy getting 7 receptions. So Anthony Brown, if that's all on Anthony, we're going to have to fix that. We do.
Games last 3 seasons against AFC teams. So they play 4 each year. They'll play 5 now with the added Patriots game.
Right.
So they'll play the AFC West and then the Patriots. But they had gone 1-3 in 3 straight seasons. So they start off this year 1-0 against the AFC, which is nice.
Wow.
I guess you're going to lose games. AFC games are the ones you can lose.
Matthew caught another interception.
They're not tiebreakers at all.
We got to face that guy this year,
Cowboys go
too.
out West and beat a good team. And they do that today with a 56-yard game-winning field goal by Greg
0
Zuerlein,
TDs. I appreciate you that on David.
Perfect 2 for 2 today.
Yeah, never a doubt.
Never a doubt.
Never a doubt.
Just as they drew it up. Now, the end of this game was interesting, to say the least. The Cowboys, they kicked the game-winning field goal from 56, but they had a 1st and 10 with 1 timeout from the Chargers 45 with 36 seconds left. Prescott ran a pass play to Cedric Wilson. He got out of bounds for 4 yards. So it was 2nd and 6 from the Chargers 41 with 33 seconds left. That was the last play the Cowboys ran. They had 1 timeout, and they basically decided not to run any additional plays. Here is what Mike McCarthy said about that whole end of game clock management situation
what he had to
after
say?
the game.
Well, the clock situation just to the end was different. I've never had a clock go off the board on me like that. So, the 2nd down, we're trying to chip away and just get a shorter field goal, and so we were going to attempt to a 3rd down play, and then kicking on 4th was the time frame we were in, 17 seconds, I think. So we were right on the threshold. We get into these 2-minute drills, you have thresholds, 1 minute, 30 seconds, 17 seconds. So we were right at the threshold there of our operation. And so we had a personnel, one of our players came off that, shouldn't have come off, and just communication there. So then we were just going to run it down. But the clock I was watching went off the board. And then Clark Kellen had, I think he said a camera. He got blocked by a camera guy. So the communication was great from up top, and and obviously you want to call that timeout between 3 and 4 seconds. So
what?
Okay, they had to use their second timeout
Got
after
bad line.
the Amari Cooper injury.
You tell me Mike McCarthy lied, he do a lot of stuttering.
Right.
So
they used one early in the second half. They wasted.
Right.
And then they had to use their second timeout on the Cooper injury that converted the 1st down that basically set up the game-winning field goal.
So, yeah, so Prescott, with 36 seconds to go, Prescott passed to Cedric Wilson. He's pushed out of bounds at the Charger 41 for 4 yards.
You got 2nd and 6 from the 41 with 33 seconds left at a timeout.
Exactly.
And you did not run another play.
Yeah, well, Pollard to right in for 3 yards. That's what Pollard, and then that's what they snapped the ball.
I just saw that interception.
Yeah. So Pollard right in to the
Honey Badger, the real one,
for 3 yards.
Yeah.
And then it was chaos at that point after that, like you said.
Interception by Honey Badger.
So I was thinking, well, is he going to spike it? And they're just going to, but he's got the timeout. I mean, there's no sense of spiking. He's got the timeout.
Right.
But they just never, like I say, 30 when they snapped the ball at 33 seconds. And then they called the timeout at 4 seconds.
He mentions the clock gave out on the board.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how it could. They got 120 yards worth of scoreboard at that place.
It's like a 2 million pound scoreboard.
Yeah,
that costs like $1 billion.
Yeah.
The stadium was 5. The scoreboard was 1.
I don't know. I mean, it's crazy because it's crazy to think about it.
It's like a phone that does everything but make calls.
He's talking about his personnel group. That was somebody came off the field,
right?
And I wonder because do you think we need to go back and look? But Pollard gets the carry. Do you wonder if Zeke and Pollard were on the field at the same time, or was it just Pollard? And then they wanted maybe they wanted
But
one of
here's
the
thing,
backs
don't
came
you-
off.
And you were saying this live in real action. Call the timeout.
Yeah,
Right.
call the timeout.
Part of you wants to save it so that you can get up to the ball and kick your field goal.
I was worried about I'm not going to lie.
How
I was
about the
worried
time
about a 56-yard field goal.
Oh,
of course you were.
I mean,
Of course
I'm
you were.
thinking,
That's not a gimme.
yeah, I was thinking, can you just give me a little more? Can you give me a little more here? But, man, I mean, for all the chaos, it worked out fine for them. They got the timeout with 4 seconds left.
They got the W. That's exactly right. The 56-yard field goal. Greg Zuerlein kicks it through the uprights. The Cowboys are the winners, 20-17. The injury news from this game is that Amari Cooper did not finish it. He had a big-time pickup on 3rd and 7 that allowed them to keep the drive alive to kick that game-winning field goal. But he did come off the field with what they're referring to now as a rib injury. Christy Scales mentioned that immediately, and that's what Mike McCarthy said after the game. So we'll see. I think he took a really hard hit earlier in the game, so maybe it was one of those second hits on the ribs that really was the straw that broke the camel's back, but we'll see what happens this week, and hopefully it's not extended because you're already obviously without Gallup and Cooper such a huge part of your offense. 877-881-1053 is the number. You can call or text, get on the postgame show. 877-881-1053. Let's talk now with Adam in Roanoke. Go ahead, Adam. You're on the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network.
Good day.
Hey, guys. Hey, Broadus, you and Kavanaugh and Mike Bassick, you guys are great. I love listening to you.
Thank you.
Now, let me tell
Appreciate
you
that.
something. Hey, you guys are awesome. Look at when you're calling that running play on 2nd down with 26 seconds left or whatever.
33.
33. Yeah.
Why are you calling 2 plays? Why are you messing around?
Oh, no.
The ineptitude
yeah.
of this coach,
Yeah.
this guy, and I know how you feel about it, Broadus. The ineptitude of this guy.
Oh, my God.
Someone's going to have to pull back aside and go, look, late in the game, you take control and you make sure we do the right things because this coach cannot do it.
McAdoo, maybe call me and McAdoo to
nice
do
words
it.
you said about me. I do. I mean, I'm interested to see because I did not physically hear Sean and RJ talk about it, but I knew someone said, hey, yeah, they talked about clock management on Friday. Right. So I need to go back and hear exactly what he said because, again, to me, there's a couple of things. And hey, congratulations, the Cowboys won the game. So these are things when you win, you can start to talk about maybe some things that could have cost them. But the whole thing, going after the ball 2 minutes, before the half, the Chargers really haven't done any, or going after the punt, right before the end of the half.
4th and 20.
Yeah, 4th and 20. Why?
Why?
They really haven't stopped you. Give Dak the opportunity to drive the ball. Heck, maybe you kick a 56-yard field goal again. To me, that was senseless right there. And so you talk about sideline management and what's going on.
My God.
I could just only imagine chaos on those headsets right now, with between Bones Fossil and
Johnny Bones,
Kellen and the head coach. I just, again, congratulations, you won the game, but I'm just grateful that play, that 4th and 20, go after the block, for no reason. Luckily that didn't cost you points in the game. And then the second thing is, though, the time management at the very end, at least you had the one timeout left because that could have been super, super ugly if that thing would have come down when you had no timeouts left and the clock's running.
And it's funny, we're getting, texts coming in talking about how negative we are on the win, and it's
Tracy.
Look, I mean, the reality of the situation is here. We're going to come on here.
I just told you congratulations.
Right. We're going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly.
Oh, my God, man. Oh. That's the hardest thing, man. When it's an ugly win, it's like, man, dog. When it's ugly, man, you gotta enjoy the win. And it's not us being negative Nancy, but you gotta enjoy the win. But you gotta call it. It's hard, man. It's hard. But the caller was right. The caller was right on call in. All right, so let's do this. Because I can feel myself sinking there, and I'm listening to them, and I'm getting negative too. So let's do some PVO. Let's see some PVOs in the chat. Let's see PVO, and we pull out all of the positives.
Coaching not being fully functional at the end of this football game.
PVO.
Think about what you just did.
PVO.
And again, congratulations.
1-1, yeah.
You won it
Nicholson.
on a 56-yard field goal.
In a game in which you were plus one the turnover margin,
right,
and the other team had 100 penalty yards.
Yeah, see, that's the whole thing. And Romo at the end was like telling Nance, like, Jim, what are you, Jim? And, Tony, I think he's got this, Jim.
He wanted Jim Nantz to predict it.
Yeah,
Jim's
exactly.
like, he couldn't hit it. I don't
Tony.
know.
Tony's makes $17 million a year predicting plays, and he didn't tell you.
What did Tony say?
He was going to make a 56-yard field goal. Jim!
What did Tony say?
End of game management is such a difficult task for so
Come
many
on.
coaches. So many are bad at it. What would you do if you were a coach to try to be better and more
It's
consistent
amazing.
at end of game
He's not the
situations?
only coach. I'm
not.
I'm watching the
Come
game
on.
right now with the Ravens and just looking at the Ravens and the Chiefs. And my good buddy Andy Reid is one of the worst when it comes to clock management stuff. When he was in Philadelphia, he was one
people
of the
killed him in Philly for his
I can't wait to go watch the
absolute worst guy.
broadcast view.
So it's one of those things that you gotta be able to manage.
Jim.
Of course, manage those situations where you know your timeouts, you know your personnel groups on the field. You don't have chaos on the sidelines. You don't have to burn unnecessary timeouts. But that, to me, I could just see down there Bones Fossil screaming in his ear. I could see people upstairs screaming in his ear. You got to be able to kind of handle all that. And
Shay Sharp.
Again, they got fortunate with the way it worked out.
They won the game.
Yeah.
We're going to hear from Dak Prescott coming up, plus
I've been
CeeDee
waiting on
Lamb,
Dak Prescott
all on the
all
way.
day.
But first, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You'll see.
What did he say? Chargers been playing dumb football. Okay. He ain't talking all that stuff. What's the other guy? Skip Salis? Yeah.
LOL. Law got that voice. Go BRO.
Appreciate you, Grant. Appreciate you.
Slim, right?
Yeah.
So you figure they should be 1-1 with the way that both of these games went.
We should be
But
2-0.
yet the way the narratives that come out of wins and losses are so
Ooh, if we was 2-0
it's crazy.
right now.
They could have won the Tampa Bay game, and nobody would complain. The same people that are saying, that don't be so negative are the same people that complain about the issues that they had in the first game that were here in the second game.
Yeah.
You have issues when you lose. You have issues when you win. You have positives when you lose. You have positives when you win.
Yeah, you felt really good about taking Tampa almost to the mat, right?
Right.
Yeah, and now you're kind of like you win a game. Coaches will coach harder when you win a game than when you lose a game. Like Bill Parcells. Parcells would ride them after a win. After a loss, a lot more compassionate about the situation.
I remember covering Greg Popovich. Same thing.
Yeah.
You'd think he'd come out firing after tough losses, and he'd be happy as can be.
Yeah.
But a 30-point win, he's never been more upset in his life.
And Nick Saban, same way.
Y'all talking about Hall of Fame coaches, man. Come on now.
I think that let's not get 6-7 weeks down the road, and then all of a sudden there's a clock management problem, and then it's Ari reminds me, Brian, remember in week 2 when we talked about we had this conversation? Need to correct that stuff. That's the only thing I'm saying.
877-881-1053. 877-881-1053. You can call or text that number to get on the postgame show. Let's talk with Brian in Waco. Go ahead, Brian. You're on the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network.
Was real happy about the win, but I'll tell you who's really, really happy about the win is Bones Fossil.
Sure he is. Yeah.
Because I think if we had easily lost this game, then everybody would have piled on to Bones even more than what they should have already piled on to Bones. So I'm curious, how many more second chances is Bones going to get to show off his genius in special teams? When is he going to, tilt the game,
be a special teams
give us an advantage in special teams? Because it seems like
it's the opposite.
I can't remember the last time that it's gone well for him.
Appreciate the phone call.
No, that's and to me that's when you really evaluate, again, happy for the win for the Cowboys, good for everybody out there. But yeah, I mean, you got fortunate. I mean, 4th and 20, you have no business running a pick play on a punt. Play punt safe, get the ball back, give Dak Prescott 2 minutes to have an opportunity against the defense that was struggling a little
Shout
bit
out to you,
try and
Devil
stop
Dog.
you.
Appreciate
maybe
you,
you
Devil
make
Dog.
some chunk plays. Maybe you take advantage of the situation. I mean, they almost gave up a big play at the end of the half to win to get a touchdown. So I mean, I'm not being cute there. I'm not going to show everybody how smart I am. But rushing save that punt for if it's a desperation thing and you're trying to get somebody home, not block something right before the half. But yeah, he got fortunate. He got really lucky there because the Chargers didn't take advantage and score there. Your defense stepped up and made a big play for you. So I think this is a situation where you look at this.
Hey man, I'm gonna mute him right quick. When was the last time we had a good special teams coach? And I'm not trying to throw in the shade of Salted Fossil because we won today. Good, shout out to him. Was it the fact that like before Fossil came here, I think we was ranked like 31st or 30th in the special teams, but one can argue that the coach that they had that year was like a guy that was like an interim. Who was the guy that had the neck situation? He had the neck deal, you know, and he had some type of surgery on his neck or something like that. I think we was pretty good with special teams that year. Yeah. That's a long time ago. When was Joe last time? May he rest in peace, right? Well, what years there was, you know? When was the special teams? During the Parcells? Joe DeCamillis, that's how you say his name? Yeah, he had the neck. He couldn't turn, man. He had some type of surgery or had something like a neck confusion. Gruden stole him. Yeah. Oh, the Raiders look good, don't they? We going to have our hands full on God doggone Thanksgiving. Jeez. They 2-0, right? Joe, the Raiders 2-0 right now, right? So what happened? Like, Joe D, like after he was stolen from us, they kind of stole all of our resources. And then we were stuck without a special teams guy. We promoted because we kind of slept on special teams. They kind of like promoted somebody to be a special teams coach. We was terrible with that. And then when we got Bones Fossil, Johnny Bones, we're like, hey, this is good improvement. And that's what happened. That's what happened. That's what I believe. You know, yeah. Yeah, we gotta get the special team going, man.
But what are you in the red zone? We were talking about this, and are you a team that runs it with Zeke? Are you a team that needs to throw it to Cooper? Do you want to get the tight ends involved? Hey, wait a minute, I got this really special kid named CeeDee Lamb that can go and elevate and get footballs. I mean, what are you in that regard? But yeah, I think the creativity and stuff like that, that's something that they're going to have to continue to work on. You know, today it worked
Parsons
out fine,
got a sack
but
today,
last
Chris.
week, you know, you're 1-4 in the red zone. You really didn't do anything. You didn't, you know, make enough plays last week to win the game. But this week, you know, so if they continue to find ways, creative ways,
you got 15 more games.
I'm loving it on offense. I just think Dan Quinn, when you shrink the field on Dan Quinn, he kind of finds a way to dial things up. Kind of comes after you a little bit different way. Maybe we've seen some disguising of coverage. I thought Tony Romo did a great job of like pointing out, oh, wait a minute, here, the safety's lined up here, but watch the snap.
It looks like they're in man pre-snap, and then all of a sudden they're in zone.
Exactly, and then they're in zone. So, yeah, those are the things that we haven't normally seen from a Dallas Cowboys defense. And like I've said all along, man, you know, smoke and mirrors, at least until they get things figured out a little bit better,
and to your
personnel-wise.
And to your point on the red zone identity thing, I think it's important because you think back of like Romo and Dez had that back shoulder fade.
Sure, hard to stop.
It's impossible to stop.
Well,
and then Dak's rookie year,
Zeke run the ball.
Yeah,
Dak run the ball.
zone read was so perfect for them.
Exactly.
And since then, there hasn't been that bread and butter, the back shoulder fade, the zone read option for Dak and Zeke. So you're right. It's like
you wonder what
identity's overrated.
Yeah.
But when it comes to red zone, I think you're right. They were kind of caught in between. And in this game, it was clear their identity was to run the football.
Right.
That doesn't mean that's their, last week in doing radio interviews and talking, it's like, can they run the football? Do they need?
Law third and long almost killed us today. Speak on it.
Oh my God. That third and long, 3rd and 18, and that was on my dog Diggs. And then the other third down, we had the interception, but it wasn't the interception. Oh, my God. They had 9 lives on third down. I'm surprised. that they only got 17.
Telling me, hey, Brian, this kid has gotten better. Yeah. He's gotten better. I wasn't buying that. There were things I was seeing during the preseason, some of the same things. I'm really excited to see, though. But I think this was the first time that it was like legitimately – this wasn't a Chaz Green where you just leave him out there on an island. This was legitimately, let's go get him help by doing different things in order to help him and not have to make him block that guy for 25 straight dropbacks or something like that.
Brian Broadus, Ari Temkin, and you, 877-881-1053, 877-881-1053. The Cowboys win. They're 1-1 on the season. They win over the Chargers 20-17. We'll hear what Dak Prescott had to say after this one.
Come on, we
You're
wait for
listening to the
Dak
Dallas
all day,
Cowboys
man.
Radio Network.
Brace yourself.
Brace yourself. I was trying to see what his third down completion was. They didn't give me that stat line there. If you guys got the if y'all got those stats, y'all let me know. The third down, I'm looking for third down percentages. I'm looking for it. I don't see it. What were we on third downs, on the defensive side? Team. Okay, here we go. Third down efficiency. We were 6 for 10. They were 5 for 12. So that ain't bad though. Penalties from first down. They had 4 of them. I hope I'm reading this right. We were 6 for 10. They was 5 for 12. It seemed like they did even better on that. Let's see if I'm reading this right. Is that accurate? I'm gonna let y'all. Is that accurate? Yeah, Slingshot says they left 3 touchdowns on a callback. Yeah, it's kind of bad for them. Herbert runs for 4.7 yards. Herbert runs for 4.6. What were they third down completion, man, percentages? Were they 5 for 12? They don't seem right? That's right, 5 for 12. When we were 6 for 10. We had 11 first. We had a rushing first down. We had 11 rushing first downs, if I can say that right. And they had 7 passing first downs. We had 13. They had 13. But our efficiency level. Let me see y'all comments on that. Yeah, that's about right, huh? I guess it's about when they got theirs, But that means we didn't do that bad on third downs. Then if we're 6 for, if we look at it like this, if we go back up, if we're 6 for 10, that ain't,
I'm with you, Lalette. Enjoy this win today, but tomorrow we put it behind us, and for damn sure we back in the lab and on to the next opponent.
You ain't lying, Marcius, man. You ain't lying. Would the old flex defense work in the NFL today? I don't think so. Yeah, Cowboys, congrats. The Eagles taking L. Oh, my God. Hey, don't y'all notice something different about this chat? Don't y'all know something different about this chat? Silence. No Eagles. Last game, I had so many Eagles on this chat line.
Would the old flex defense work in today's NFL?
Every smartphone. Let me know. I hope y'all didn't block all of the Eagles because I was liking when they was coming in here. They was all in here talking about this and they're going to go 17-0. They beat, like what happened though, And I know some people say, Law, hold your tongue. Don't outspeak your wisdom tooth before we play the Eagles, what have you, this next Monday, right? But the whole world will be watching next Monday. No football on. It will just be the Dallas Cowboys and the Eagles. And all of the Eagles people coming over here. Look, I believe Eagle fans will create multiple comments, accounts to comment on my channel. Said that guy from the Eagles, he murdered you, Law. I said, how? I said, man. They said, Law, man, he put you in a body bag. And it was the same, like you look at all of the comments, it was the same guy with like no thumbnail, like no picture. It's just nonsense talking. Talking about he showed you up. Law, he don't know what you're talking about. And I pulled up the facts right now that we ought to say what rivalry, because when I post this right here, I want you guys to read it again. Out of 100, I'm going to say like my grandfather said, 124 meetings, including the playoffs, all time, series, Cowboys lead 70-54. That is the largest victory. In October the 9th, 1966, the Cowboys beat the Eagles 56-7, the largest victory of all time. On top of that, we have 5 They have won. But they went all the way to the 40s and the 60s to say, okay, they won 3 in those days. So I said, okay, yeah, you won 3 then. What you want a cookie? They wanted to count those when it was only 10 teams in the league. I said, okay, yeah, I give you that. On top of that, the one that you got in 2017, and they were still thinking that 4 is greater than 5. I can't make this stuff up, Cowboy Nation. You know, I can't make this stuff up. And they were sitting there, Lord, man, that guy, all of the Eagles, oh, man, he put you in the body bag because they were feeling good about themselves because they beat the Atlanta Falcons, you know? Come on, man. Oh, my goodness. It's crazy. It's still on commercial break. But you guys get what I'm saying, though. The rivalry between the Cowboys and the Washington team, you know, let's do that too then. Let's pull up all of these things, you know. All-time record. We got it all on the Google. Got it all on the Google. Versus Washington. Let me see. I don't know if they're going to put you to red. I don't know if you can say that. Okay. Yeah, they allowed me to put that. That's not even a rivalry. All right. Let's pull this up. Appreciate you for the donation to help elevate the nation. So let me put this out there. And I know they no longer the Redskins, but they the Washington team. All right. It's still a commercial break. Let the AI speak.
Can we PLS talk about that pit bull we got on the outside? We got a dog in Diggs. I'm happy with our D performance, but we can definitely improve. But you can see they have a different mentality. This defense wants all the action. Do you honestly believe Tyron Smith is done?
No, y'all saw Tyron today? Woo! Tyron Smith is good. Oh, Dak Prescott on the interception play. Just go look at number 77. Oh, my God. Look at number 77. On the play that Dak Prescott threw the interception, he put that guy in his back pocket. I said, Dak, you can just walk it. You can just walk right where and Tyron Smith grab hold of him. Grab him and hold him and grab him. but let's look at this Washington thing before I hit play. 122 meetings. All-time series. Cowboys are beating the Washington team 73-47 in 2 ties. And that's postseason results too. And of course, you know, how all of the other stuff they got right here. Just read that, you know. So we are still the kings of the NFC East, technically speaking. You know, Tyron slammed that guy so badly. Oh, my God.
Conversion. It was a fantastic catch between 2 defenders that kept the drive alive. Otherwise, Cowboys are probably punting in that situation. I'm not entirely sure what they would have done in that situation.
Tyron ain't done.
Had he not made the catch, it's 3rd and 7. So big-time catch, moves the chains, sets up first down for the Cowboys. Certainly would have liked to see them get closer, and the clock management down the stretch was left a lot more to be desired. But the Cowboys win. They win 20-17. Dak Prescott, a good performance. Did throw his first interception of the season, but certainly not a performance like we saw last week. 23 of 27 for 237 and 1 INT. Took 2 sacks. Again, not an otherworldly performance, but he did what he needed to do. He made the conversions, a lot of third down conversions in there. And after the game, here's what Dak Prescott had to say to the media.
Come on, Dak. I've been waiting for this.
The final drive, your approach, anything you said to the team, and then also I guess you had some clock issues, so it's difficult to see.
Hold tight, 100 grand. You're going to be on after I get finished.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about all week long, wanting to finish each drive, wanting to finish the game, wanting to necessarily take it out of the defense's hand. Obviously, going back to last week, we could have finished in the red zone with the touchdowns, and we could have finished that game last week with the touchdown, right? Not settling for a field goal. So we put that on us this week and got the chance to go out there and do that with, 3 minutes or so or something like that on the clock. And so it was just important just to relay that message, you know what I mean, and bring the guys back up and focus in on that, and we did. And then just that back end, I wasn't sure. I'm looking at the end zone clock, so I saw the time. I just thought that we're comfortable and we're good in field goal range, and so that's what they wanted to do. And then obviously we had a conversation after about, the whole clock getting turned off.
What are those feelings like when you come
He was trying to cheat us, man.
And how much did you miss that? when you're out.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you do it for the ball in your hands, for a chance to go win it. That's why I was talking to the offense, telling them that. We talked about it all week long, and now we've got the game in a position that we want it. So it's on us to go capitalize and go finish this game off, and we're able to get it in field goal range and let special teams go out there and do their job.
Zach, y'all talked all week about how even though last week was pass heavy, you're still going to have to run different game plans every week. How did you show that today, and how did Kellen help y'all win this?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't throw it 50 times. I think we're a whole lot more balanced. And Kellen did a great job just mixing it up. And us as players, we've got to convert on some of those third downs. He still put us in great position, called great plays. Took a sack. I feel like I could have got the ball out there in the third quarter. Just different times, but he's dialing them up right now. He's doing a great job. Different personnels, run, pass, play action. And he's putting us in great position to make great plays, and we've just got to continue to execute and get better.
You talked a lot about complimentary football this offseason. This is like the first time going back to 2017 you won a game without scoring 30 points. Is this an example of what you're talking about and what you want the identity of this team to be?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as I said last week, right, we're going to have to go out there and have to score a bunch to win some games, and then there's going to be some games like this one. And I think it showed tonight. Defense did a great job. Turnovers, big turnover down there in the red zone when it was needed. And then we were able to come back out, go get 3. It's just important to play off of one another. When one team makes a big play, the other unit has to come on there and do a good job of picking up their back and picking up and taking advantage of them making that big play, right? And so that's what complimentary football is about. That's how you win games. That's how you become a championship team and be the team that we want to be.
Dak, going back to the impact you had as a rookie, can you even quantify the impact you're seeing Micah Parsons have right now?
Yeah, I mean, rookie year was 6 years ago. So, I mean, knowing what that meant, Mike is a great player, and just the fact of them being able to move him around, him off the edge, him at linebacker and inside, wherever you put him, he's a special guy, and he's going to make plays. He's fast. You saw him getting around the edge, recovering on 10 sometimes, and Justin's a fast guy as well. So for him to be able to do that just shows the speed he has and just the acceleration. And as I said back in the spring, I mean, we're lucky to have him.
To win a game in the NFL after what you've been through last year, how much of personal satisfaction were you?
Yeah, I mean, last year was last year. As I said before, we're going to put that behind. Knowing obviously this is a different year. But to have the injuries, have everything that happened to us this week, and to be able to come out here and get a win, get a road win against a good team, I think it's special, and it's just a building block. It's the first win, as I said, of many, and it was hard to get. And credit to the guys on the other side. That was a fight, but our team stayed resilient, stayed committed to one another, and we're able to go get that win.
How many difference is 1-1 to 0-2?
I mean, huge. Yeah, I mean, it's only one game, but huge. Just the confidence.
Get 'em!
Getting that first win, especially on the road, going into your home opener on a Monday night. We know what that atmosphere is going to be like, and it's important to be going into that off of a win. And as I said, it's the first one of many, but you've got to get the first, and you just want to build off of that and keep going, and that's what we're going to look forward to doing.
Jack, your thoughts on Terrence Steele playing in this game right now?
Terrence Steele.
Yeah, he played great. He played great. Knew it was a great opportunity for him to come in. As I said, we went through the things we went through last year to be able to benefit us this year, and I think all that play experience he had last year showed tonight. Just showed in his effort and his fight. Obviously, we got to go back and look at the film, but I mean, I felt comfortable with him. I know he was doing a good job out there fighting. Go back and you look at the tablets, and there was a few times he's one-on-one with one of the best pass rushers in the game and holding his own. And that's important. We're going to need him for weeks to come.
I know it's very early in the season, but stepping in for guys when they go down, the way that Terrence did, or the way that Micah did, or so forth, is that the hallmark of a great team, is to being able to pick each other up like that?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, you've got to fill in when someone else goes down, have their back, but understand how great of an opportunity it is for you. And I think all those men understand that, and the team and each unit understands that, how good of an opportunity it is for us to pick up the young guys, have their back, and those guys get in and make plays that we're going to need them to contribute all year long.
Sound like he rapping.
If we want to be the type of team we want to be, and we want to make a run like we're going to, everybody's got to play a part in it and understand and respect their role and take advantage of it.
What kind of difference does Zach make for you guys up front, and how does he get that fumble there to let you get the field goal?
Yeah, I mean, Zach's an all-pro player. I mean, as I said, that's not somebody that you can find a filler for or substitute for. He's just incredible at everything that he does, communication to obviously his physicalness to the way he finishes each plays. He's an enforcer in there. And, I don't necessarily know how he got the fumble. Obviously, I got hit and looked and saw it bounce and was like, hopefully at any time like that, you're just hoping the defense doesn't see it and your guys see it. But I saw a couple of guys go down and get it. And, for him to come up with it was huge.
All right, there's Dak Prescott with the media after the Cowboys' first win of the season, 20-17 over the L.A. Chargers. 877-881-1053 is the phone number. You can get on the postgame show, 877-881-1053. Let's talk with Skywalker in Dallas. Go ahead, Skywalker. You're on the Dallas Cowboys postgame show.
Hey, guys. Great show, Dan, Ari. I appreciate that. I wanted to know how you guys felt about the pass rush. I was very impressed with these guys coming out of the game because I thought it was a concern coming in, obviously, without your two top rushers. But it seemed like Dan Quinn dialed it up and the interior pressure got there. So I just want to get your guys' thoughts on that.
Skywalker.
Yeah, I thought overall, though, that to me, I was really worried because, with Basham and Armstrong.
Hell, I need to call next day.
We haven't
you just
seen
didn't have much margin for error in terms of the personnel.
Basham hadn't really done anything since that Rams, the Rams practice. I mean, he was out all that time. You didn't see him in the preseason all that much. And so I was honestly worried about how they were going to generate some pressure. I think
to you, Natasha.
I think they were compromised. Your backup right tackle did better than their backup right tackle. And they were compromised. And I kind of felt like that Dan, once he kind of got into a flow of, there was some times where it's like, okay, we're going to try and rush these four. We're going to try and get these guys home. He realized, well, okay, now I need to bring some pressure. Now I need to bring the linebackers. Now I need to put Micah Parsons in and let him rush. So I think that Dan, along the way, adapted. But, man, when there was time to throw, and this was just some huge chunk plays. So that part of it was a little bit disappointing. But I felt like, though, when they had to come up with some pressure.
I got my Hennessy waiting, too, though.
Again, the sacks they had, the two linebackers. Van Der Esch
it's 8:30 right now.
Parsons are the ones that come up with the sacks. So, it's going to be that way until you get Tank back. They're going to have to manufacture ways of bringing pressure, whether it's slot blitzes, safety blitzes, Parsons hand down rush, linebackers through the A gap, whatever. They're going to have to come up with more of that.
You think back to
hopefully Randy coming back will help.
Yeah, that
will
too.
help.
Yeah. You think about defensive coordinators and calling cards. Jim Schwartz is a guy that you think, he's aggressive, ultra aggressive. Greg Williams, another kind of aggressive defensive coordinator. Rob Marinelli, more of like a sit back, play your zone, keep everything in front of you.
Don't break. Yeah,
right. Yeah. What's Dan Quinn?
I think Dan Quinn. I think what's really interesting, and when I've learned, and my guys in Atlanta have told me this, that I would absolutely love Dan Quinn because A, he's a teacher, and B, he will find ways to use his personnel to the best of their ability, and so far so good on that. You like was talking about, he's put guys in positions to make plays. I think Dan Quinn's attitude is I think Dan Quinn has a really good feel for the game.
Right.
I think he, sometimes you get defensive coordinators that get emotional and they give up big plays, and then all of a sudden it kind of wrecks the rhythm they get in the game. I think Dan does a really good job of hanging in there. If they hit him for a play, he comes back. Let's get a stop here, kind of get back on the tracks. So, yeah, I think that he's one of those guys, like they were telling me, great teacher. Players love playing for him. He'll find a way to get guys in position. But
Todd, you're right
he's
on the
going to
money.
need some more players. He's playing.
There's only so much smoke and mirrors.
I call it the smoke and mirrors. I know people are tired of that, but you need Neville Gallimore. You need Tank Lawrence in there. You need Randy Gregory. You need these guys in order to make this thing work.
And look, here's the reality of the situation. You got the Eagles next week, and that's Jalen Hurts at quarterback.
Yeah.
You get Sam Darnold the following week. I know he's
2-0.
I know he's looked good through 2 weeks, but Daniel Jones, Mac Jones, Kirk Cousins, is Teddy Bridgewater for the Broncos.
He's playing well for them.
But these aren't.
No,
they do have Mahomes coming up, but it's not
Tom Brady.
It's not a murderer's row right at this stretch right now. Like they're going to play offenses that are not even close to the level of the two offenses they've just seen.
Yeah,
Facts.
To me, that's the beauty of the schedule. You kind of, as you work your way through,
because
the quarterbacks are just so important. And I think the last 2 weeks you've played two of the best. I mean, when this kid is going to be Tony said it.
Tony was gushing over him.
You're going to talk about in that AFC West, like who's the best quarterback when it comes to Mahomes and Herbert. I really do believe that.
Y'all can see that. Let me know if y'all can see that.
And you saw him when he was playing at Oregon. I thought he was special coming out. That wasn't a hard evaluation at all. I'm just like I told Babe Laufenberg today when we had him in the pregame. I'm just glad the football team didn't draft him with the second overall pick.
That's the former NFL scout, Super Bowl winning NFL scout, Brian Broaddus. I'm Ari Temkin. Coming up next, what have we learned about this team through 2 weeks? And something that I've learned is the calling card of a championship-level team. We'll get into all of that on the way next. Dallas Cowboys football will continue in a moment.
That's good stuff, man. 100, dog. What's good, fam?
I just want to eat my crow. You get the crow out.
Oh, man. Let me find my pet bird, man. It's somewhere right here, man. I thought I was never going to pull that thing out. Hey, oh, my God, dog. Get back, bird. This doggone bird, dog. Get. Scoop. Tell the bird to lean forward just a little bit. Just tell the bird. Lean. Hey, why don't you just tell the bird to lean forward just a little bit right there. Watch Peter going to come claim this video. Yeah, get out the way. Get out the way. That damn bird. That damn bird. I tell you the truth. Oh, my God. Get back.
I just had to do it. I just had to do it. I knew it was going to be a tough game.
Yeah.
We pulled it out, though, man. It was a tough game, but we pulled it out. We pulled it out.
We did, fam, man. We pulled that one all the way out. I mean,
the referees, there was flags on both sides because their offense was getting, they was getting whipped by the flags, their offense. Every time they had a big play, hold it.
Yeah. It would get a flag whipping.
The Chargers were getting flag whipped too. So, we normally say, oh, man, it's always against us. It was both sides.
Right. Oh, try again. Oh, my God. My conference call ended on them, man. I'm gonna have to reload it. Okay, hold on. Oh my God! I done hit the button. Close window. Come on, close it down. Open it back up. We got to bring them back, man. Oh, I done burned through all my anytime minutes on my calling number. 100. I know you can't hear me, man. I didn't hang up on you. Too many people called the line at one time. They shut my thing down. Oh my God! But it's a good win, though. Let me see if I can do this one right here. All right, hold on with me. See if I can do Control Alt Delete and task. Okay. That monk said too many people call in at one time. Let's see if I can go open her back up, man. That monk. Let me see if I can do it now.
There are 3 participants in the conference. Please announce yourself.
D-Law. I'm going to announce myself. I'm the law. What's wrong with you, lady? All right, so 100, man. Call back in, man. Oh, my gosh, man. All right. You live, DMV, man. What's good? DMV. What's good? Man, it's like you're in the hallway, man. Try to adjust your volume, man. 100, man. What's good, man? You back?
What happened, man?
It says the little lady said too many people are in the room. She must thought I was slapping her, man. I wasn't slapping you, lady. I was slapping. I guess you got mad, man. She's like, you slapping the AI. You know how these AIs are, man. They kicked everybody up out the club.
You did something wrong. Gonna get that AI cancel culture.
You gonna report me? They probably. She said she saw me slapping that bird. She probably like Peter was like, pull that channel, pull that station. Yeah, but you back, man. So I got 3 other people here waiting. But go ahead, man. Go ahead.
That Tony Pollard Zeke combination when our line get back, man.
Yeah.
Woo, watch out.
Yeah.
Watch out. That's going to be something that teams going to have to watch out for, man. People saying how Zeke was washed last week. He had some burst to him this week. He has some runs now.
On some inside runs, yeah. I mean,
he has.
Let me pull up Ezekiel Elliott's stat line for your mind. He had 16 carries for 71 yards, 4.4 yards per carry. Your boy Tony Pollard, 13 13 carries, 100. I'm saying my granddad said 109 yards, 8.4 yards per. Both of those boys had a TD. Yeah.
Sound like good numbers to me.
Sound like good to me, man.
Sound like good numbers to me. And what Cedric Wilson do?
Ceddy. Yeah, let me see what Ceddy did, man. One carry for 5 yards, not to play with you. But he did run the ball for 5 yards. Cedric Wilson had 2 catches for 20 yards. I mean, Lamb was what did it for us, 8 receptions for 81, and then Jarwin. I think that they abandoned the pass. No, let me tell you somebody. His name is not heavy on there, but there's Schultz. Those 2 receptions for 18, they was clutch, fam. Those 2 receptions for 18, yeah. Those 18 yards was clutch, fam. Shit. Especially that last one he caught. I like that was clutch right there for him because he caught it in traffic.
That was a big one.
Yeah, that was
yeah. That
yeah.
was a big one. And that interception that Dak threw, man.
Oh.
Man, I was like, we were driving the ball good, too. I'm like, where are you talking? I don't know. Maybe I need to see the film on that one. I want to know where he was looking at throw that ball. It's like he just threw the ball right to the guy.
Look,
I don't know.
That defense is going to make it look like you open on the edge. They play that 2 deep safety cover 2, and not only did the 2 deep safety drop, it looked like quarters, but it's not. And he didn't see number 26. He was just sitting there like, thank you. Oh my God. He was like, yeah. Give me that one.
That was easy.
He was doing all that. And he looked good, man. Dog, man. Ashanti looked good,
Dak
man.
Prescott looked good. Dak Prescott looked good, man.
No, I'm talking about Ashanti look good. I ain't finna move off now. Ashanti look good now. You know, I ain't finna say that. You know, I'm finna say Ashanti look good tonight, man. Especially going up against Coop, man. Come on, man. You know,
he did.
If it was reversal, man.
Even though Coop had that catch and they didn't call that PI, man. What that was, man. Come on. How do you not call that PI, man? That was terrible.
Dog.
That was terrible, man.
But don't you know, if I'm Ashanti right now, man, I'm looking at that stat line and I'm sitting there saying like one of the better wide receivers in this game. I got him down for 3 receptions for 24 yards. I'm flexing all day. I'm shouting out with Florida State. I'm doing everything. I'm running up to everybody, mama, uncle. I'm calling Alabama. I'm saying, roll tide. Look what I done did. You know, I'm doing everything. I'll be. You know, DBs, we talk, so we going to be talking. Like, yeah, you did all that against them, but you didn't do that against me. You know, that's what I would be saying. You know, because I'm a defensive guy.
But that's going to make Coop even madder. Coop going to be mad when he go up against them Eagles, boy.
Yeah.
Coop going to say, okay, all right. I got some route running for you. I'm telling you right now. But I guess that defense you had to run. That defense is, you got to run the ball on them. Passing is going to be tough. Even though we got some good yards, CD had a good game. They had a good game. They had a good game passing. You know, that was a hard-fought game. I felt like it shouldn't have been that hard.
Right.
Like, if he wouldn't have threw that interception, we probably could have been up 21-3. See what I'm saying? It wouldn't have got down to that field goal, man. So, I mean, it's a real good – and that special teams, oh, man, I wanted to throw something at the TV, man. I was pissed. When they ran into the kicker, oh, man, I was pissed. I said, what are you doing?
What are you doing, man?
We can't do that. We can't do that. We can't have these calls. I just want to sit here and say – we play a good, clean game where we don't do these penalties to shoot ourselves in the foot, man.
No doubt, man. But man, I appreciate you so much for calling in 100, man. Thank you for the thumbnail, for the
no doubt,
for the play-by-play, man. That was dope thumbnail. I'm glad because I didn't have to create it. I sit there, looked at it, I said, that thing look wet, dog. Because I be thinking, you know, when I create my thumbnail, I be thinking like, maybe I slide this player here, put a little dash here, put the star. But it was good, man, knowing that all I had to do is just take something that you created, that you crafted with your hands. And you put my logo on there all wet, dog. And you put it out there, I was sitting there like glistening, like,
Thank you for using it, my brother.
Dog. I wish, like, next week, I'll be out of town, though, in San Diego. But the following week, I might hit you up, man. Maybe you get a picture of me with a mask or something like this, with a Spartan mask, just like you on the side glistening, like with the Hennessy or something. Long play-by-play, dog. You know.
Hey, man, we can work something out, man. We'll work something out.
Fam, I got you, man. Let me let some more guys get in here, man. But I appreciate you. Hey, tell everybody where to find and follow you, man.
Hey, man, y'all can follow me, man. Graphic Zone HD on Instagram and Twitter. Graphic Zone HD for all your graphic needs. As Law would say, my graphics is wet. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's wet, man. It was wet, baby.
Wet. Wet.
Salute, bro.
So,
Appreciate you for calling it, man.
Definitely, man. Check me out, and let's enjoy this win, Cowboys Nation.
Hennessy on me. Let's go. All right, DMV, George, man, you live, fam. Come on.
Yo, what's going on, dog? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you live, man. Yeah, I can hear you now, man. What's good? How you feel about this victory, man?
I'm happy that we got back to winning. We haven't won a game since the last time we played Philadelphia, I think. Since we played the Bengals last year. It's been almost, 10 months?
Yeah.
Including the preseason, we just haven't won a lot recently.
Yeah.
So I'm happy we're getting back to winning.
Yeah.
I think this team needs to learn how to win with Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott because we haven't won a lot of games with them together.
Right.
That's only our second one with them, and the other one really was a lucky one. So I'm happy that we're learning. That was a good formula on how to win with the offense Mike McCarthy wants to run for Dak because, like in recent history, it hasn't led to many wins. So I'm happy that we got this win. I'm I'm really excited for our running game today.
Right.
I really like how we took advantage of the two high safety, and after the first few carries, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter talking about how Zeke and like how Tony Pollard was getting more yards than Zeke, and I think after that, like Zeke kind of changed his running style a lot. How he was just dancing behind the backfield, and like for his first few carries, and he just started getting upfield, and that's where he got majority of his yards. I think around halftime,
right?
That's where he started really busting 20. He busted like a 15-yarder and like a 13-yarder. I see a lot of people talking about the clock management at the end. I think Greg Zuerlein kicks way better from far when he's on the right hash. I think when we get up on like within 40 yards, he kicks way better on the left hash because the way that he kicks field goals isn't normal. Like if you notice, they like kind of like curve through the air, if you know what I mean.
Right. Because he had one that was kind of like ooh, but I was like,
it's never a line drive. It's always like he doesn't kick field goals the traditional way, I don't think. And I just like and my last point is going into Kellen Moore's play calling. I like the creativity. I just want to see more consistency with the RPOs. I feel like we didn't really feature that much today. And I think if we need to find an identity, that could possibly be one of our identities as being an RPO team.
But you know what? DMV, man, I'm following what you said. I want the game plan for Dak, and I know that they probably preserving him a little bit because they don't want to put him out on moving around so much. But I kind of like what they did with Justin, move him out, keep him comfortable, not do it to the extreme like the Eagles game. They had Hurts just moving everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Not to that extreme, but I like how, the Chargers were rolling him out, play action, getting them on the edge there. I think that they should do that a little bit more with Dak Prescott, but it is what it is at this point. At least we were able to run the rock.
Yeah, and I realized like how you were talking about Coop today earlier, about like his 24 yards or whatever. I think a huge part of that is that we really wanted to expose the run game, man. And cover two,
right.
You're not really going to get that many big plays down the field. So I can't really say Coop got locked down, besides the catch that he did drop in the end zone. But I think the way that we played time of possession with the run game, like we ran the ball 30 times this game. Like, we haven't done that. Well, I don't remember the last time we ran the ball 30 times in a game with Dak Prescott. So I think that's a big reason why Coop didn't get the yards that he normally does. But I'm perfectly fine with that if that means we're winning football games.
No doubt, DMV. And you know how that goes. You know, game plan is all thrown out the window 3-4 weeks from here because people going to be like, they just look at the stat sheet and they see 3 for 24. That's just how that goes, unfortunately. Just like even in the monsoon game when Coop was versus Stephon Gilmore, they're going to only look at it like, you know.
And Law, I wanted to bring up something from that we had. It was a topic last week with Anthony Brown in the trail technique.
Right.
And this week we see a trail technique with Trayvon Diggs. And KZ was there, but he wasn't there enough to make a play on the ball. And Trayvon Diggs you know what play I'm talking about, the Keenan Allen?
Yeah, I kind of looked away, and I only saw like the re-highlight of the broadcast, so I can't get a real analysis on that. But what you got for it?
I think so how you mentioned Diggs gave him a little bit of contact on that trail technique, but so how Keenan Allen got 100 yards this game, and now without that play, he obviously wouldn't have it. I think Diggs, for the most part, did kind of lock him down. I didn't see Keenan Allen's name mentioned that much outside of that play and that little crossing route, but I think Diggs did a good job today, and I don't think he should receive any hate for it, having Keenan Allen give up 100 yards on him this day.
No doubt, man. We'll definitely we'll evaluate all of that when all of the film come out. But yeah, it's a great observation from you, DMV, man. Thank you for calling in.
No problem.
All right, let's initiate the 2-minute drill, man. I got some people that's calling in, good people, man. I got my guy, D. What's good, man? Talk to me, man. You live.
Hey, what's good, Law?
Nothing to it, fam.
Man, just moving forward, man. We got the Eagles next, huh?
We do. Yeah, that's the next opponent, man. They next on the list there, so we got to get our mind right and get ready for an NFC East game.
Well, yeah, man. I mean, they suffered a big loss with Brandon Graham going out for the season.
Oh, wow, man. I hope all is well. So what happened? When did he get?
Yeah, he got the Achilles.
Ooh, dang.
And then Brandon Brooks is their right guard, that Pro Bowl right guard. He's questionable with a pec. So, you know, it's just a war of attrition, right?
Yeah, war of attrition, man. You got to win that one.
That's all we've been buckling down and hoping for our Cowboys, because that, you know, we've been suffering some big losses. So, on a good note, we played well with our backup right tackle.
Yep.
We lost both of our defensive ends and still generated a pass rush. This defense showed that it can go against some offensive lines that are below average. So, if Brandon Brooks is out, Kelsey and Lane Johnson are going to have to hold it down because they'll be hurting for sure. And Jalen Hurts didn't really have such a good day. And, I think we tested, pretty well coming out 1-1 against two of our tougher tests, coming out through the season. So you face a lot of teams and trying to get playoff, primed and ready to win a division and all. So they just got to kind of test the season because we know what our team can do if we're fully healthy.
Right.
Tyron Smith played well. Zach Martin was a big factor in opening up the running game. You didn't hear nothing from the center or the left guard, so that's pretty good.
When the name is not mentioned, that's good stuff. Like, we didn't hear anything about Jordan Lewis. That was a good day for him too,
Yeah, and Jordan Lewis, he's playing pretty well at that slot. Hopefully guys like Kelvin Joseph, Tristan Hill, Golston.
No doubt, Chef. Appreciate you, man, so much for calling in, though. We got the 971. You live.
What's happening, Law?
Nothing to it, Chief. Talk to me.
Oh, hey, I recorded that Philly game, so I can go back and check them out, see what team they running.
Okay.
Hey, but it feels good, though, to get this W, though, so we need to build off this one.
Yes, what Dak Prescott said, build off of it, yup.
Yeah, so everything I said came to true, though, but it didn't work underneath like I wanted, but hey, just got to, let the momentum build and and keep winning. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
But yeah, I thought the defense stepped up and played really excellent today. And I'm happy about that. But we still need to find out what our offense can do, though. You know what I mean?
Man, offense just step it up in the red zone, but go with it. Go with it. What you got?
Ice, one more question. How you feel about Pollard getting in there a little bit more, though?
Oh, my. I think that Pollard would stress defenses because when they look at it, stop Ezekiel Elliott at all costs in the red zone. You give the ball to Pollard, and then he's open. That's what they got to do. They got to finesse that thing. They got to figure that part out. But if they sit here and take one of those guys off the field, although Ezekiel Elliott scored off of one of them, but he ran it straight upside the middle, I just think that you give a better chance for scoring when you have both Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott in the red zone.
Yeah, keep that same intensity next week, and you should be able to put some points up, though.
Yep.
And but they did bring in a receiver, though. I don't know if you saw the news. They brought in a receiver, though. He on the practice squad, so hopefully we can, get him in there.
Yeah, I know you're talking about the Alabama kid.
Though.
Yeah, they ain't
yeah, and he got speed. That's what we need. We need somebody with some speed, though.
He's older. He's older than Amari Cooper, man. But I feel you though, man. Yeah, he older than Amari Cooper,
but he's faster than Amari, though.
But he can't catch a cold right now, though. That's his problem. But I appreciate you, man. I'm going to have to do some full assessment on that one, though, JP. Thank you for calling in. All right, so we got some more people in here. 432, you're live.
Hello.
Yeah, you live. What's good?
What's up, baby?
Nothing to it. Talk to me.
Let me tell you something. Parsons was the motherfucking best one in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just get real.
Boy, bad.
Let's just be real. Anybody else, you ask them to move positions, they blink an eye. That kid doesn't. He didn't play football. He's played 96 minutes in 2 years, and it looks like a OG.
Facts.
So let's just give props to him, man. I think he gets the MVP ball today. But on another note, man, we can't give enough credit to Dak. Dak, coming off the injury, coming off last week, he just shows more heart every day and every minute, just day in, day out. And man, I just want to give my props to that whole team. But Dak and Parsons, man, they killed it today.
Yeah, man. Just got to keep everything in front of us. We just got to improve on that red zone. That's the only thing. Outside of that, I kind of like the game plan. Improve on the red zone. Make sure you put the ball in the belly of Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard when he get down into the red zone. Stress the defense out. And when you get there, then you can make so many things and open up play action. You can roll out.
I will say this that no one's talking about.
What?
Is that McCarthy vibe, man. I think they're feeding off of him. Like, Hard Knocks, it's kind of mellow.
Mellow.
And everyone's kind of hating on McCarthy for not being like the leader of the squad, but McCarthy's leading that squad.
Yeah.
And between McCarthy and Dak, man, we can go miles.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you calling in from the 432. Let's see what we have here. We have 904. You live. Good call from the 432 though. 904. You live.
Hey, what's up, Law, man? That was a good team win we did today, though, man.
Yeah.
I just got one question.
Talk to me.
Why
man.
are we continuing to waste our time with Anthony Brown?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we not getting nobody else a shot at that cornerback, too? I just ain't understanding that.
I made a point, even if we drafted Asante, let's say, for example, if we had Asante on his team, and I know the situation with Boss Man Fat, I want him to play, I want him to start, but even if we had him, I believe in the hearts of hearts the Cowboys would still figure out a way to have Diggs and Anthony Brown starting and letting Asante just sit on the bench. And that's probably what we were going to see anyway. It still was going to be Diggs and Anthony Brown and not Boss Man Fat. So that's just how it is. That's just how it is. Cowboys, they fall in love with the players and they hold on to them, and they don't really, especially after they pay them. they don't really give him, that get scoop.
Right.
But go ahead.
I mean, even watching the game, man, it's always when you see him alone or down on the screen, you always hoping that, hey, hopefully they don't go his way. But that one play, man, when he made that tackle on Mike Williams, man, that was a bad play for sure.
Yeah. 10 targets, 7 receptions for north of, I believe, 100 yards or something like that. That was his overall numbers. And thank God that they didn't count all of them, right? Because some of the things they had to call back. And this is not me being big negative on he had 91 yards, not 100, but 10 targets, 7 receptions for 91 yards, 1 touchdown.
Right. I'm telling you, man, down here in Florida, man, we hate him, man. Every Cowboy fan I know, we hate him. For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Sugar Daddy says Anthony Brown made 2 plays. Y'all tripping. Ashanti nor Sertain are starting right now, though. This from C. Burleson. Did you see Ashanti out there get multiple snaps? Or was he not starting? Yeah, maybe you can help me out. Was he starting out there, fam?
Who was that, Asante Samuel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did start for them.
Yeah.
I think he started for them knowing they lined up.
Yeah. Yeah. But it is what it is, man. Appreciate you so much, man, for calling in.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Good call from him, man. Oh, we got some people in here. All right, so I got Ocean Springs. 228. What's good, man?
What is up, Law Baby? What's going on?
Nothing to it, man. Talk to me, man. What you got for this episode?
This is what I'm gonna tell you, bro. We won in spite of ourselves. We didn't play the best game, but we won in spite of ourselves. So I'm gonna give us props on that. Yeah. Now I was listening to the stat sheet that you said for Pollard and Coop and Pollard and Ezekiel, and what that tells me is really the offensive line was blowing people off the ball.
Ooh, yeah,
and
go with it. Yeah.
And also Pollard in space is dangerous. Pollard in space. When they gave Pollard the ball in space, he dangerous, man. Those swing passes. When he had space to do his thing, you see he was making 2-3 people miss, bro.
Oh, you know what?
That was it.
You know what? I'm so sorry, man. I left out this stat right here. Yes, we know he had 13 carries for 109 yards with 8.4 8.4 average, right? This is his reception. 3 receptions for 31 yards and 10.3. That was his average. And then for my guy Ezekiel Elijah Elliott, 2 receptions for 26 yards and 13. That was his average. Those boys worked. Those 2 running backs, they worked today.
That's it. They complement each other so well, man. So if they can just build off of that and start scheming and making plays where both of them can, if they can find ways where both of them can be on the field at the same time, defenses won't know how to guard that, man, because there's no linebackers that can run with Pollard, and nobody wants to really take Zeke head on in that hole. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But 2 more things, man, and I'm out the door. I don't know if you heard, but Cowboy Kitchen gonna be open Monday night, and the very special that we serving is gonna be some fried eagle. So come on through and get your plate. You know, and for dessert, we got 2 scoops of glory hole.
Oh,
you know
my
what I'm
God.
saying?
Hey, it's going to be air fried or deep fried. Let me know.
You know, we from Mississippi. It's going to be deep fried now.
Yeah.
It's going to be deep fried.
This is Sparta!
Oh, yeah. Hot sauce.
Put some hot sauce on that thing. Deep
Yeah.
fried eagle.
Hey, don't even pluck the feathers off of mine. I just want you to dip it all in there because I ain't going to eat it. I'm just going to smash on it, you know.
Don't play the feathers. We're going to deep fry them. We're going to put them on the hook, and we're going to drop them in that oil. We're going to deep fry them real good. But the last thing I'm going to do, man, listen, I stay on the coast of Mississippi, as you know. I'm surrounded by New Orleans Saints fans, and the secret Saints fans be listening to your broadcast. So after the way the Saints played today, I want all you Saints fans to listen close. If Law don't hit the slap button, I want you to lean forward
Just a
and
little
slap yourself. Just a little bit.
Go to your room, Saints, man, because I can't stand it. Hey, you like me. We grew up, see, people fail to realize before all of this NFL Network, DirecTV, by being in Mississippi, we would sit there and be like, yeah, for to watch the Cowboys play. And then,
right.
interruption. We are now broadcasting the New Orleans Saints versus the 49ers game. We'd be like, We just wanted to see how Cowboys play, you know.
Back then, the Saints was same thing with wearing paper bags over their
Paper
heads.
bags, man, and they'll show that game.
They have a few good years. This what get me, bro. I be minding my own business. I know my time running out, but I'm gonna say that I be minding my own business on Facebook, and them Saint fans find a way to find every Cowboy fan they can find. Every time Saint wins the game,
right?
We don't bother them.
We don't bother
them.
They
always want to bother us. So what I do is I tell people. What I tell people now is, I tell people this. I said, go ahead, lay down on the couch, and tell me what the Cowboys did to you to make you hate us so much. What did we do to you?
What did we do?
What did we do to you? You know what I'm saying? But I love the way we played. We went in SoFi Stadium. We slapped the boat off the helmet, and we put a star in the middle of the field.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for calling in,
right,
bro. Yeah, that's a good call from a guy from the Mississippi blood, man. That's what I'm talking about. All right. We got, let's see here. Let's take this thing over to my guy, man, Montana, man, because he been holding it down. I see you, fam. You live, bro. You live.
What's up?
Not much, man. What you got for
I said.
You said
run that ball. Run that ball. I told y'all. I don't care about the yards with Herbert or whatever. Yeah, he did with his thing, but he stares down receivers. He's going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
He's not a golden boy. He had 5 good games. All right? He had a solid game today. Granted, we didn't play solid on defense. We had made some mistakes that bailed them out a lot.
Right.
But them bonehead penalties. You know, like I said, man, only Dallas can beat themselves. This team, when they get this stuff together, man, this is going to be a scary team to watch, man.
Yep.
It's going to be a scary team to watch, man, because they doing what we've been asking for. Get the ball back.
Yeah.
And they're doing it. They're getting the ball back. They're getting the ball back. They're doing their job. That's all you can ask is for them to do their job.
All we can ask, fam.
You know what I'm saying? And they're doing it. They doing it. Even though, you know, Anthony Brown is still the weakness.
Yo. Every year, man, we got that punching bag. last year it was Xavier Woods. Now it's him, man. It just can't get right.
Well, the Vikings got to deal with him now. That ain't our problem.
Right. I need to see what the Vikings did. See what he doing. just be nosy.
I mean, that's all I got, man. I just want everybody to know, man. It's some stuff to clean up, man. It's just
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah. You a real one, man. That's my dog, man. 409, what's on your mind? 409.
What's up, Lonnie? Is that you?
Yeah, this you live. What's good? Who this is?
Hey,
what's your name?
Hey, long time watch, long time listen, first time call. Live from Southeast Texas, right outside the Beaumont area, bro.
Okay.
I did actually used to live in Jackson. I lived in Jackson for about 5 years, so I know you're from the SIP, right?
Yeah, I'm from SIP, man. I'm from NTZ. I went to D. Jackson State, so while I was up there, you know, I parlayed and all that good stuff, man. You know how it goes. Shout out to Freelon.
I am not going to take up too much time on your string, bro.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to tell you, if this defense plays the way they've been playing, we're going to be all right, bro. We're going to be all right for real. I was kind of disappointed in the mistakes and the penalties that we made.
Right.
Special teams going to be big. We should actually be 2-0. Had it not been for Greg the Leg missing the 31-yard field goal and the extra point.
Get him.
Last week, we should be 2-0. Real talk. But I am extremely impressed with Micah Parsons.
Right.
That kid is going to do whatever it takes in order, for him to earn his place or earn his star too. I got to be honest, man. I got to give some props to Jaylon. Jaylon
led the team in tackles today, huh?
Yeah, Jaylon made some plays today, man. Yeah, I saw one play when he was in space on that running back, man. I was like, oh my God, is this gonna happen? And Jaylon ran the kid down. But I got a feeling. My prediction for this year's Cowboys, of course, we're gonna win the NFC East.
Mm-hmm.
We 12-5.
12-5. Okay, we're gonna keep it live at 12-5. They're gonna be nice, man. Appreciate you for calling in. Yeah. All right, so we got some more people here, man. Appreciate y'all for jumping in. I got DH. Vegas! Did you make some money today, DH?
Always, man. Always. You know
Appreciate
me. Anyways, I just want to say Cowboy Nation was a great win. I do agree with what you said earlier about Cowboy fans need to stop, putting this player over that player.
Right.
Because we're going to need everybody to win that Super Bowl. We're going to need everybody to win that playoff game. We're going to need everybody to win that game. And so, the one thing that I'm happy about because the win is that we grinded it out. We found a way to win the game.
Right.
This ain't college.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not playing UNLV where, you can go in there and you can say, okay, I'm going to put up 48 against UNLV. So, every week is going to be different. Like today, I think the Chargers, at first we were killing with the pass.
Right.
And they started playing more coverage. And that's why, we couldn't go to Mari as much as we wanted to. So therefore, open up the run game. So I think the thing is the adaptability part is every week we have to be able to adapt to what defenses are going to, how they're going to try to play us.
Right.
And so I think the more we do that, as you can see, like I said before last week, running down in the red zone is big. So the more you make yourself a threat each and every week for us, hey, we take away this, okay, well, I'm going to make you pay with this, it's just going to make us more lethal.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just happy. I think we just got to chill. But some Cowboy fans, we got to stop that stuff about, hey, put this guy in. Because there's games where, hey, Tony Pollard might not have it going. Zeke might get it going. Amari might not get it going. Hey, maybe CD got it going. Or maybe, Jarwin or Schultz. So we got to stop that, because at the end of the day, it's hard to win in the NFL. And so every game that we win, hey, it's like making a sandwich. You got your lettuce, you got your tomato, you got your mustard, you got your ketchup,
Yeah, what kind of meat, though? What kind of meat you got on this one, man? Shoot, you got me hungry now,
man.
fam.
I got the roast beef. I got a little bit of slice of chicken. I got some mushrooms.
Okay.
Got a little bit of Grey Poupon.
Pastrami? You eating pastrami on that thing, man?
Of course. Yeah, I like that, too. Got to have some sourdough bread, though.
Sourdough with the bread. Oh, my God, man. We've been turning that Food Network, man. Yeah, that's what's it, man. Yeah.
So they definitely, like I said, a big win. So, like I said, hoping next week that, once we get Gregory back,
right,
for the players that will build upon this win and then start and get rolling like we rolling down the Las Vegas Strip. You know what I'm saying? We just chilling in the Jag, man.
No doubt, man. No doubt. All right, man. All right. So we got. Let's see if I can muscle through all of these, man. Oh, I'm just gonna lock this thing up like that.
The conference has been locked.
It's 9 o'clock. It's 9:09 where I'm at. We're gonna lock this thing down. Everybody got 1 minute because I'm going to have to get out of here. I got to go find me something to eat before I disappear around this mug. Y'all know how this thing go. And then watch the rest of this game on my 95-inch TV. You know what I'm saying? Not on this little old bit of screen right here. I'm going to watch the rest of that game. So we're going to go down this list. You guys got 1 minute. How about that? That's good with y'all? That's okay with y'all? Okay, let's go. 201, you live. You got 1 minute. What's good?
Hey, what's up, Lord? How you doing, man? Yeah, so I just wanted to read you something, man. Cowboy Nation that's on.
Right.
Saw a stat on Pro Football Focus, man. It says Micah Parsons, he played defensive end for the first time since high school today. Mm-hmm. And had 8 pressures. That's the most by any rookie since, guess who? Nick Bosa in 2019.
Wow. Okay. That's good. That's good stuff, fam. That's really good stuff, man. That's really good stuff.
Yeah, man. All right, man.
Appreciate you, man. That's real good stuff, man. That's really good stuff. All right, we got 240. You live.
Hello.
What's good?
What's good, man? How you feel about Micah Parsons? I was talking with my cousin, and he was like that. He felt like Micah should still be at middle linebacker, but what I saw today,
Mm-hmm.
I really think he got the defensive end.
You want to relegate him to the edge, guy. You want to make him DeMarcus Ware just with us. Marcus Ware had 16, 17 sacks a season, so that's not bad. If you can do him like that, yeah. I just look at it like, will that open up holes because we would still have a wart on our linebacking situation. And I'm not saying I know that Jaylon had a great or a good game, however you want to classify, but don't you think that would be an issue right there down the line when we play teams that got other situations outside of a young quarterback?
I feel like we got a deep team, like from the entire, like even the safeties. Curse today I liked him.
Yep.
So I feel like it would be solid. I feel like we got a very good defense on the up and coming though.
Yeah, I mean, we just got it. We can't be prisoners of the moment, But I do like the fact that that the stat line for Parsons looks pretty good. He's on pace right now. If he keep playing at that edge, he will have 15 to 16 sacks if he continue to get one a game, and that's a good situation. But I just don't want to relegate him just to being an edge rusher, though. But I appreciate you for calling in. Good call for you, though, man. 240. All right. 346, you in the mix.
What's up, Law? How you doing, my brother?
Nothing to it, Chief. Talk to me.
Oh, boy, I feel good today. All I can say, man, how about that glory hole?
Oh, he's a Cowboy.
I want me some glory hole.
There you go.
Yeah, Jerry Wayne, man.
Huh? Let me tell you something. Jerry already told us we're going to get some glory hole. We got some glory hole today, boy. Let me tell you something, man. Boy, I went in this game. Lord, Jesus Christ, man. Lord, boy, we missing so many parts, so many pieces, man. How we going to do this? We on the road. Boy, Dan Quinn make a hell of a difference to be a coach, man. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I feel
Dude, just imagine if this was Jason Garrett, then, boy. Just imagine losing all these playoffs, bro. And we done got our goddamn ass handed to us, man.
Yeah, on a silver platter.
But I'm glad. Yes, but I'm glad we got some coaches. And, Law, did you see? Now, remember, I made a phone call last week. Did you see Mike McCarthy walking down there to the offensive coordinator who was in the red zone? Did you see the communication start to go there?
Man, y'all be on it, man. I'm gonna go look.
Oh yeah.
Are you talking about the first series? Because I'm gonna have to go back and I'm gonna have to go watch it. And
Yeah.
Caldwell, I'm gonna see.
Go back. Yeah, Law, go back and watch it. Remember, I made a phone call last week and I was talking about, dude, why Mike McCarthy, he the head coach, man? If we having these issues, bro, why is he going down there talking with Kellen Moore?
No doubt. Appreciate you, man. All right, so we're going to have to go through all of the super chats and everything, so I'm going to run through this one. 432, you're live.
Yo, what up, man?
Texas, what's good, man? What's good? What you got for the show?
Yo, all I got to say is we look pretty good these first 2 weeks. I got high expectations for this team. But what are we not talking about right now? Who's missing from the picture that nobody's talking about? I'm talking about Boss Man Fat. How do you feel about Boss Man Fat when he returns to the defense?
If I envision like all what the Chargers are happy about their version of their second round draft pick as it relates to the secondary. I want our second round pick. I'm greedy, I want our second round pick to be starting. I want him to be out there on the field. I want him to bump his head. I want him to make some mistakes. I need him out there because what will happen here when November and December come along, I want him to be game day ready. I don't want him watching this game right now. I know a lot of people got their reservations on Boss Man according to what they saw in preseason, but Big Gabe James, Vaj, we was out there at training camp, and we saw him make some plays. We know that the kid can make some plays, so we just need to see him out there on the field. We do. So that's that's the missing puzzle right now. Oh, and also don't sleep on Golson. We need to see him too.
Well, for sure, we need to see him
Chauncey,
in there.
yeah, for those
I'm
who
just
don't know.
excited for everybody to be back at 100%. Our O-line hasn't been 100%. When we get them all back together, I feel like people are going to stop hating on Zeke. I feel like Zeke's going to low-key have a big year, and it's going to surprise a lot of people.
Man, he keep this up, man. Both of those boys, Pollard and Zeke, man, this thing can go crazy, man. Appreciate you for calling in.
Appreciate it.
Yo, I'm trying to run through. Appreciate him. 476, you in the mix.
Well, Nation, can you hear me?
Yeah, you live. You live. What's good?
What's going on, brother? Hey, I want to start off by thanking you, and hey, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. This right side, Coach right side, like you would say.
Coach,
but,
yeah.
Look,
let me put your name in here right, man. When you coach, man, I got to put the coach in there, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Go ahead, Coach.
I coached a lot before, so. But check this out, man. One of the things I want to speak on tonight is defense.
Right.
And I hope people understand how young this defense is.
Mm-hmm.
How the real age of this defense, because it's not like we got veterans. We got a couple of veterans out there, but we don't have veterans starting over all over the place. We just drafted hella defensive individuals who are playing on a daily basis in this scheme right here. So I just want to say you gotta look at this defense, and especially with what we did tonight. It wasn't perfect. We got turnovers when we needed them. It wasn't perfect, but at the same time, this is a totally different defense than what we're dealing with from last year. It's totally different.
Facts. Yeah.
And the difference that we seeing in this defense is incredible. It really is, because it was a point in time that we would have opportunities to get turnovers, but for some reason we just wouldn't be able to pull the ball down. We wouldn't be able to catch the ball.
Yeah, Coach.
Well, now when we get those opportunities, first off, we make the opportunities, as you see what Diggs did on the over route today. And it was interesting. Tony Romo said, you don't make interceptions on those routes right there. No, you don't. But the way Diggs is playing right now, he's playing at that level. And, KZ, even though the receiver failed now, it still was something where you got your hands on the ball and you was able to make a difference in the game. And so just watching everything that this team is doing, it's beautiful. And I'm just excited to see where we moved this year and what we able to do, because it didn't seem like we was going to be this type of team, but that's what we've become, and we making some big moves. So, Law Nation, thank you for taking my call. Big props to you, dude, because you've been doing it real quick. We've seen Asante Samuel Jr. on the field today, right?
Right.
You were one of the people. You were one of the people I was listening to when we were talking about, should we take Asante Samuel Jr.? Mm-hmm. Should we take Newsom from Northwestern? Should we take South Carolina, buddy? Should we take buddy from Alabama? You were one of the people I'm listening to. You watch, I'm listening to y'all, and now you see this dude that y'all was saying was special. Y'all said he was special. Now what he did, he came out and made some plays today. It was, I believe it was pass interference, but hey, he still made plays today. So
yeah, no
hey,
doubt, Coach.
I can't fault it, but big props to y'all, big homie, and just appreciate everything you doing.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you, man. Good call from Coach, man. 903. You live. 903.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Hey.
How you doing? This is Andrew from Longview, Texas.
Longview.
And yes, sir. And I was kind of happy too. I was wondering about Anthony Brown too. I thought they may try to go to his side mostly. And fortunately, it don't seem like they did, or they had other plans. I don't know what happened.
10 attempts, 7 receptions. Yeah, that's what it was. But we'll break down and see how many off of those receptions was all on him. But according to the guy that he primarily was covering, was 10 attempts, 7 receptions for 91 yards.
Yeah. So one thing I think about this game is that since everybody see how the defensive play, I think Dan Quinn will pretty much fine-tune throughout the season, because, players play a little different during the game than they do in practice. I think he'll eventually fine-tune the defense a little bit better. about who to put in what position when the rest of them come back.
Right.
But Parsons is just a beast. Wherever you put him, he said, "I do it." And
I
you
do
can tell
it.
he didn't hesitate. And Curse was a beast too. I think he stopped people dead in their track. But,
he hit you and you feel it. That's what happened with Curse. You're like,
Yes, sir.
these mosquitoes biting, man. That's a horsefly right there. Let me go inside, man.
Yeah, I think Dallas is going to have their hands full next season because a lot of people got like 1-year contract. A lot of them play pretty good. Hopefully they'll be able to keep some of them if they let some of the the big players, overpaid players go.
No doubt.
And that's what I'm hoping.
No doubt, man. We all hope so, man. Appreciate you for calling in. 903. All right, we got 915. You're live.
Hey, what's going on, Law? How you doing?
Man, doing great. Talk to me.
Dude, I just wanted to give a big props to the defense today. I feel like we have
I got you. Hold on. Here we go. Here's big props to the defense, man.
There we go. We have perfected the bend but don't break defense. I feel like when you can hold Justin Herbert and those wide receivers to 17 points, you got yourself a team to make a run in the playoffs, right?
Right. I mean, you got
also,
it now.
what do you think about
Go ahead.
what's going on?
No, I said you're right. You're right.
Tony Pollard. I think Tony needs to be in there first and second down, and you leave Zeke in there for short yardage. Maybe throw a couple swing routes his way. What do you think?
I'm gonna be very careful when I say this, but I would like to see Tony Pollard on earlier downs, and then I like for Ezekiel Elliott to be the finisher. I know, I get it. Nobody want to see a $90 million running back on the backup of the guy who's not yet to get his paper yet. But when you look at the style, what can get you out to the edge quicker, the plays that's more subject to like passing versus running, are your first and second down plays. And I think that with Tony Pollard, he'll give you that little bit more spark. But then you'll have a finisher like an Ezekiel Elliott. And it could be just like what we wanted to do with Marion the Barbarian and Felix. But Felix, it was good for a season, then Felix got fat on us. You remember? I was like, come on, man, why you got fat? He just said, I got fat, and it just
got a little bit thick, didn't he?
Yeah.
He slimmed down a little bit. He got a little bit thick on us. But, hey, man, I love what you do. First-time caller, you have a great night, man. Go Cowboys.
Appreciate you. It's a good call right there, man. I got Willie D, and then I have Uncle Charles for closing. So, this is going to be a good one right here. Willie D, you're live.
Man, Law, have Micah Parsons. That's a dog.
Oh, hold on.
Live dog, he out the cage.
Yeah. Let me get one of these.
A real live dog. Jaylon Smith, he played with Kevin. He did his thing. I ain't mad.
Yeah.
But Brian, got to go soon as Boss Man Fat get on the campus. Go get off the team. The defense, look, that secondary, that dude named number 18, 16, KC, look, the pass, whoever played that position, they would have dropped that ball. I swear to God. You got to get off the field when the quarterback throw you the ball. Jimmy Johnson called one radio stations in Dallas and said, Steve Young is going to throw us 2 interceptions. We just got to catch. He said that. And we caught that ball today. Them boys on there was a red zone? Yes.
Yeah.
And they'll point off the board. Just catch the ball when it comes there.
Yeah.
Look, man, I'm so crunk, man. These Cowboys, man. Parsons, I've been on Parsons since we drafted him. I ain't know nothing about him. So I think I seen the Penn State game, but I really wasn't paying attention to him. So I seen him on Madden like last year. Because some kind of way they can put kids on Madden that ain't in the league yet. I said, this is who? Parsons. He had like an 88 on speed. I said, he kind of fast. I'm talking about last year, man. And so I looked him up. I said, man, he's a dog. He's a dog. We drafted him. I'm cool, man. We got a defense now. And shit, man, this fucking, I'm cussing again.
No, you good, bro.
This damn division win, it's ours.
He's able to be had.
No doubt, man. Willie D, appreciate you so much, man. Go, that's my dog Willie D, man. And then I got the infamous Uncle Charles, man. The last but not least, man. I saved a man for last. Oh, if I'm wrong, let me know. I thought it was Felix Jones. Somebody commented and said it was Julius Jones. One of those Jones brothers. I think it was Felix that got fat. They wanted to do a two-headed running situation. Or was it Tashard Choice? Wasn't Barbarian playing when we had Felix? Or was it Julius Jones and only Barbarian? I forgot, man. Y'all help me out, man. It's late. 2:05, you're live. Uncle Charles.
What's up, Law? What's going on, man? Man, let me tell you something, Law. Let me tell you something, man. Let me just say this. I am happy for the win. I'm elated for the win. But we also saw a horror movie today, too. We was over on the field in that red zone far too many times. Illegal procedure.
Right.
Holding.
Yeah.
On stars. Goddamn, I thought I was at the DMV. Let me tell you something, man. Let me explain something to you. Let me tell you something. Y'all, we got our old car with old tires on it. But we soon to get those new tires back.
Yeah.
We cannot continue. We cannot continue to be on that side of the field. We played a good enough game to beat them by 2 touchdowns. Today. But we kept getting off the field on third downs or Dak would get sacked. And I saw Terrence Steele, he gave up at least 2 or 3 sacks. I saw that. He did okay, but he still gave up sacks. So he's not quite there. But if we can hold on till we get our pieces back, we're going to be fine. So let me just say this, Cowboy Nation. Let me say this in closing. I just got some on my news app. And Law, and you right, Law, you better go ahead and get you something to eat because Redstone took over in New York Park up there. It just hit me on my mercy. Redstone took over there and just set up a damn perimeter. Yeah. Now, I thought I had to worry when I leave out of here, the police. But now I got to worry about these damn rats. And I want y'all to know this. The holidays are coming up. And we need to stick with our boys, and we need to cheer for our boys, whether good or bad. I'm so mad at the Dallas Cowboys, I don't even give a damn no more. But realize this, you can't eat over everybody's damn house, especially your relatives. I went over my cousin's house, and man, just before I started digging my ham, his cat jumped up on the table. I'm like, oh, hell no. And then he started scratching himself. And I told him, I said, hey, cuz. He said, man, what's wrong? I said, man, the cat, man. He said, what's wrong with the cat? I said, man, he's been scratching his ass for the last 10 minutes. I'll submit to you, he ain't got but 2 minutes of ass back there. Now, is he going to scratch what's going to stay or scratch what's going away? But could you get him off the damn table today? Let me say this in close. Jeff Jones preached about, I want me some glory hole, but he never asked one time if it's contaminated. And that's why I'm on my call, man. I appreciate you letting me call, man.
That's my guy, Uncle Charles. Oh, my gosh. Good call from him, the last caller. What a way to close this thing out, man. The wonderful Uncle Charles over here with all type of analogies. Hey, get the cat off the table, and on top of that cat been scratching his what for all of those hours. No, get the cat away. So basically, keep your table clean, and on top of that, with the glory hole, he said he wanted some, but is it contagious? But I would tell you guys this right here. Jerry Wayne said this week, or last week basically, since today is Sunday, that he likes the pain. So he don't care if it spikes at the end of that glory hole or it's niacin or whatever they call it, poison pills, whatever. He don't care. He going to put it in there. He wants some of that glory hole. Oh, my goodness. Cowboy Nation, I cannot believe we've been live for all of this time. For those who've been watching this channel for a long time, I really appreciate you guys. Y'all know I never sleep anyhow. But we're going to have to give a shout-out to all of the sponsors. Shout out to them. Thank
Jerry
those who made the
his
donation.
Wallet to pay the refs. It's good to see calls go our way for once.
Yeah, now who said that one? Open up the wallet. It's from Cuffings.
Not Zeke fan, but Zeke was huge these last game.
It's Keith
he
Floyd.
Did the dirty work. If Fox stuck run, they would ran for 200 easy.
Yeah. Who else we got? We has a lot of people making some donations. Keith Floyd made another donation, man. I really appreciate you. Yeah. All of these donations, man. Greg the Leg redeemed himself. So let me do this right quick. Shout out to Greg the Leg. Shout out to Terrence Steele. I'm still going to put my reservations on Johnny Bones, though. He ain't out the doghouse yet. You know, he got his head sticking out, but his whole body is still in the doghouse. So, Johnny Bones, you're going to have to do some corrections next week. You know, we're gonna be all positive right now, but shout out to Terrence Steele. Y'all reach out to my guy Skywalker Steele and let him know. Do you get Terrence Steele? Do he get off the little kids table, and do he get to the adult table for this? For at least for this weekend, you know. Don't forget about Jaylon Curse, Thomas Leach. Shout out to Jaylon Curse. Do you start Jaylon Curse next week, or do you start Donovan Wilson? Do you figure out how that thing work? You know. Shout out to Malik Hooker. I said that I wouldn't want to see Malik Hooker to week 4. He made 3 plays today.
These Cowboys legends don't understand a 3-4. Hell, LT did pretty good on the edge.
Facts, Keith Floyd, 3-4 defense. You talking about 3-4 defense. LT did great on the edge, as well as when we had DeMarcus, where he did great on the edge. And you're talking about linebackers, the responsibilities of what linebackers do out of a 3-4 opposed to a 4-3. So, yeah, we'll figure this out down the line, Cowboy Nation. Nashawn Wright, we got to see him, man. I hope all is well, and we'll see what goes down with that. I don't know where Boss Man Fat is at with his injury, you know, his groin. So hopefully he can fix that thing up and be out there and be ready. Yeah. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Victory! Victory! Oh, it's Victory Monday. Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about that when they hit around. Let's go. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, share this content if you're new here. And if you have not hit that like button and you watched all the way to this point,
shame. Shame. Shame.
It's sad if you watched all the way up to this point. If you're not subscribed to the Nation and you've been watching this entire thing, you sitting here watching my beard grow, and you sitting here and you have not subscribed, you have not liked, you have not shared. Come on, man.
Shame.
Come on, man. KD. Shame. Don't forget to put that where you guys are from too, Cowboy Nation, everybody. Let's go. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Oh, write this down. Write this down. I say this on all of my shows, a majority of them when I can. But it's true. You hold it to your heart. You let it marinate in the meditations of your mind, heart, and soul, and sinew. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdy and cheap for it, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all terror of God or man for it, if you will just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence and stir pertinacity. If neither cold, poverty, or famish or fame, or sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and proceed and beset it with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation, you will get it. Let's go. One way or another. Yes, shout out to Les Brown. Yeah, he said if you fall, try to land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
I want me some glory.
Come on, baby. Let's go. It's wartime, baby. That's what we do, baby.
This is Spot! This is Spot! This is Sparta!
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Yeah. One time, baby. As we say, credits, baby. Let's roll them credits, baby. Let's roll them, baby. Let's roll them credits. Yeah.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's I got wifey on blinging, she freeze.
Look at all of them.
Please,
appreciate it.
Jeez, no, please, no photos. Hit the door and the doorman just whole team here might need some. Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If you're down in my management, I'm just warming up a way till I old producers saw the numbers one. Different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up, talk of the time when you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you tough enough. Wanna get you new things with your pockets dull. Run it up. I used to be quiet and out of luck. Now I move up and move from because the hate and the jealousy.
Put down where y'all from. I love seeing and knowing that. Come on. Come here.
Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's I got wifey on blinging, she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. Jeez, no, please, no photos. I keep giving game away. I put game on layaway. I got paid to play today. I get paid to stay away. I get paid on rainy days. I might make it rain today. I got paid off pain today. Thought it'd take the pain away. In my own lane, finger roll. I would never sell my only soul. Heard your whole team was for sale. Heard it's on the market for the low. Who the realest one I never know. All this acting, I ran up a check, I might do it again.
Did y'all check up on Eastside? Because he was here earlier last week. Well, what happened this week? Did they win today? Shout out to Eastside Arrow.
For the wins, I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins.
Somebody check on the kid.
There's no reason to pretend. If I do
Hawaii,
it once,
I see you
again.
Yeah.
Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso.
Come on.
Add it up, I'm just doing me. Everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up,
Choctaw.
euro, peso.
If we don't see Eastside Harold today,
I'm just doing me. Everything is on me. Oh, you matter what?
Shame.
Add it up. Told her if it's on me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck. Country heart, I'ma cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was.
if you don't think the Cowboys gonna win next week,
I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying cards to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb
shout out
me
to
up,
Atlanta.
the ladders up.
Turn up, baby.
Shout
Shout out to the champagne bottles and the Hennessy drinkers. Let's go.
With the bankroll, pray up, get money, then we lay low.
Yeah.
Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso. Add it up.
Come on. Appreciate everybody who donated with the cash apps. Yeah.
Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso. Add it up. I'm just doing me. Everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up.
Yeah. It ain't adding
If it's all
up.
me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what?
Hey, come on. Quick shout out to everybody, man. Really appreciate everybody, really do. Let's you calm down just a little bit. These are all of the supporters of the channel, those who help this stream out for the post-game show. Yeah. Thank everybody, man. Jacob, thank you for subscribing. Yeah. Let's keep consistent. Appreciate you, Devil Dog. 0704. Yeah. If it's Smith, you see him as the world spin. And we tell him, appreciate you, Terrell. Gregory Westmoreland, Cigar Man 85, Jeff Skull, Kelly, Ben Farmer, JD, I see you, Ortiz, Scott Simpkins, appreciate you, 1971, Grant, I see you, Robert Blackwell, keeping it well, Davis, Devil Dog, I see you, Glenn Arrington, let's go. Shout out to you, Posey. And another one. Yeah. Sugar Daddy One. Appreciate you. Don't let it hit you. It's your birthday this month. Happy birthday. My daughter's birthday on the 24th, by the way. Davis, I see you. Roll Tide. Yeah. KD in the house. Appreciate you.
If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far.
No doubt.
So far, so far. If a paper crane can
Anthony,
fly,
see you. Appreciate you.
Fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
Paper Cranes by Revel Day. That's the name of that song.
Be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're
Tell them. Turn me up. Shout out to Oak Cliff. Paper Crane was the name of that song. I put it in the chat. Appreciate everybody. Shout out to North Texas, North Dallas. Mobile in the house. Appreciate you. San Antonio.
Don't know who you're gonna meet.
Appreciate you, Anthony. Let's go. Natasha. Appreciate you. As the day and the night goes through, really appreciate everybody. Be sure to hit that like, share this content, let a friend, neighbor, foe, know where to go. Really want to tune in. Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. We out. Until next time.